Last year, the rules changed for workers who received cash tips. I'm Hillary Barsky with your Fox Business Tax Tip coming up.
I'm Benjamin Hall, Fox News senior correspondent and New York Times best-selling author. Join me every Monday on my podcast as I speak with silent but noteworthy heroes. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, Searching for Heroes with Benjamin Hall, wherever you download podcasts, and leave a rating and a review.
Tips are treated as wages and subject to both income and Social Security tax. But CPA and tax attorney Alan J. Strauss says the rules changed in 2025.
People who traditionally receive cash tips are now allowed to take a deduction for what could be up to $25,000 worth of those tips.
And regardless of the amount of tips workers like restaurant servers receive, it's a generous new benefit.
Tips used to be 100% taxable with no deduction.
Hillary Barsky, Fox News.
More U.S. forces heading to the Middle East. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Pentagon approving about 5,000 Marines and sailors to be sent to the region. A U.S. defense official confirming to Fox News they're part of the USS Tripoli, a Marine amphibious ready group stationed in Japan. The Pentagon confirming earlier today all 6 crew members were killed during a mid-air mishap involving 2 refueling planes over Iraq last night.
The incident occurred over friendly territory in western Iraq while the crew was on a combat mission, and again was not the result, as CENTCOM has said, was not the result of hostile or friendly fire.
Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane at a briefing alongside Secretary Pete Hegseth, who says the number of airstrikes in Iran will keep going up.
President Trump holds the cards. He'll determine the pace, the tempo, and the timing of this conflict.
This a day after a defiant written statement from Iran's new supreme leader. Vice President J.D. Vance in Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
I stand here proud to say that after the first year of President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans' leadership, we are rebuilding the American dream and we're taking back this country for the people of this state.
Arguing in part the tax cuts are helping to put more money in people's pockets, also showing support for Republicans, Senate and House candidates ahead of the midterms when Democrats say voters will reject Trump policies. The U.S. economy not doing as well at the end of last year as first thought, growing at 0.7%. That's half the initial Commerce Department estimate for GDP. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer calls yesterday's car-ramming synagogue attack hate.
This is targeting babies who are Jewish. That's anti-Semitism at its absolute worst.
The suspect who was killed was a Lebanese national who had U.S. citizenship and reportedly lost family members recently in Lebanon in an Israeli airstrike, but a motive is still under investigation. America is listening to Fox News.
Here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store. And they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Well, we made it. Yeah, doggies. How's it going? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Let her rip Friday. Anything goes with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon. Sports rack on tour extraordinaire. The mechanical mangler at the controls is Flounder. And it's Friday on 106.3. Beautiful sunny afternoon. And there's a lot of happiness going on in the world. And a lot of things in the news. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Here's our number, 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Pete Davis, Mountains of Macon, what's new up there? So you're all bundled up, I see, looks like, or something. I don't know.
It was, my car was completely encased in ice this morning. I had to sit there and warm it up for 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, holy cow. Well, I looked out on my lawn, and really all I could say was... Saturday. Saturday. I'll say that. Well, I'll be darned. Well, now it says getting warmer now anyway. And Flounder and Mrs. Lovely Veronica Flounder, are you guys big weekend plans or?
Let's see. We got my niece's birthday tomorrow, and then hopefully we have some nice weather, so spend it outdoors.
Is that a party for kids show up and how old is she? Did you say?
I think she's turning 7.
Oh my. That's a great age.
I'm sorry. I think she's turning 6. I think she's turning
either
6.
way, that's they're still likable. That's really a great age. I love that. That age of kids is fun. In fact, I remember. Oh God, this is a horrible memory. I was such an idiot. Remember a few years ago? I think it was a radio station where we lasted 6 weeks and then they had to sell or whatever. I think it was that one where we went to somebody's house for a pizza party. And the sales guy forgot to order the pizza, and we got to the house. And were you guys part of that? You must have been part of that. You remember
that? Was at the one at the Centrum building. That was not the 6-week one. That was the one we worked at for 6 years. And the idiot the idiot sales guy. Yeah.
Oh, God. The one that stabbed me in the back with Lucy McNasty, tried to get me fired and then blackballed me around the nation.
No, he's the one that I not only yelled at, but remember I chased him out of the office and down the hall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we went to this people's house. For some reason, they hosted us to go to their house with a pizza party. They wanted a pizza party is what it was.
Yeah.
And we showed up and we brought pizza.
For the Super Bowl.
Eventually. Yeah, that's what it was. I forgot.
I think it was Church's Chicken.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And they forgot to get it, and so they had to get pizza instead. That was what I think. That's what.
And Shannon Burke was there. He was not happy either.
Oh my, it was awful.
The sales guy got gift cards. Like, hey, can you guys go down and get it for us?
Yeah. Oh, brutal. That was freaking horrible. Anyway, I think I was remembering this because at the people's house, it was some family one, and I remember the guy's wife was just stunning. She was just so sweet, and I mean, she looked like she should be in a picture of a bottle of Prel shampoo in the old ads. I mean, just a wonderful young lady. And she had a young girl, a daughter, who was probably 4 or 5, maybe something like that. And I remember she was kind of hanging around. And I remember, God, I don't know what got into me, but I was, I asked her if she wanted to take an airplane ride on my grandkids and my daughters. I used to, you pick them up by the belly and you're going, airplane, stuff like that. And I stood that. And I remember there were people, their friends or family or somebody was in the house in the living room watching TV, and they were all saying, "Who the hell's that old bastard wandering around with that?" Oh my! I'm sure they were making fun of me, and I don't blame them. I mean, I must have looked like like they just walked in off the street or something. Because anyway, that was bizarre.
all I remember is that idiot coming into our office and arguing with me that I had said something on the air that wasn't true, and I put up with it for like the third time. And the third time he told me that I had lied, I got up and I chased his ass all the way back around the building. I forgot all about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Oh, man. What a freaking business. You got to love it. Yeah, the old days. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 307 already. How you doing? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A lot of stuff in the news here. A lot of Pete Hegseth. Donald Trump's making good threats of using a word that reminds me of Paris Island all over again. Also, the old Dominion shooting and the Michigan shooting, and that Gretchen Whitmer can kiss my foot. Can you imagine the balls on that Frankenstein? By the way, this is ugly and nasty, and I will admit that in the front. The woman is one of the most ugly people I've ever seen, and it's because all the putrid, pussy, vile, disgusting crap on her inside comes pouring out to her outer face, apparently. It looks like somebody made her face out of plastic putty and steel rods or something. God, is she one ugly freaking woman. Sorry. I mean, she's just freaking hideous on the inside and out. And when she gets up to the microphone, you're going to hear her a little while if you missed it earlier, and talks about trying to tone down the rhetoric. You dirty, rotten slime bag. And of course, she's still against having ICE in her own state, although you're going to hear from a state or senator who changed her mind. Anyway, we'll get to all this stuff. These freaking phonies are now suddenly calling, we need to tone down the rhetoric. You're the rhetoric. For 8 years, you're the rhetoric. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. I mean, these freaking phony bastards. And now they're trying to, pretend that they actually care about America. Oh, man. All right, we got all that stuff. Now, Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock will join us from Points Unknown. I'm not sure if he's traveling or not. I can't remember, but he'll be joining us today. Also, let's see. Oh, I heard in the news at 3 o'clock, Donald Trump is sending in the Marines 5,000. Uh-oh. I really want to go now. Seriously, I can drive a truck. I swear to God. I mean, I can carry an ammo pouch. I mean, I won't get in the way. I swear to God, I won't get in the way.
We'll stay 2 miles behind the lines with the artillery.
Exactly. I'll feed chow. I mean, I'll carry the empty casings over the dump. I mean, seriously. God, would I love to do that. Oh, mercy. Anyway. All right, give it people out. Also, geez, we got so much things. I remember yesterday we were talking about the Bosch, the guy who played acting in the TV series Bosch, which was
Titus Welliver.
Who was also in Deadwood, I think was where he started.
Deadwood,
And Pete mentioned the Bosch thing, and I remember, written by Michael Connelly. Yes, I'm a big fan. I love Michael Connelly's detective books, and a lot of them are about Harry Bosch and famous detective things like that. And then I remembered, I said to you, oh God, one of my favorite Michael Connelly books is, and I had no name. My name would not come out. It would not come out of my face. And I told you it was a small little book, and it was just one of the delightful books. I remember recommending it to my mother as a beach read or something. And so I did Google his list of books, and the name of the book I was talking about yesterday, in case you heard it and didn't know what I was talking about, one of my favorite books I ever read, and it was by Michael Connelly, published 26 years ago, 2000. The book is called Void Moon. And it was as I recall, it's a mystery thing. It involves, hot babes and women and fakery things and stuff. I mean, I remember it being a really fun, delightful read, and I remember it only being like maybe 200 pages or something, as I recall. Anyway. That's what it was. If you're a Michael Connelly fan or a detective fan, and again, it's 26 years old, so Lord knows how it's going to stack up to. I guess won't be a lot of cell phone stuff in it, or FaceTiming or whatever.
Well, Agatha Christie doesn't have any cell phone.
In fact, I've got to do it again to my head. There's a guy. I'll think of his name. I'll have to Google it. John D. McDonald, maybe is that the name?
Yeah.
From the 50s, who is a great writer, and it was just great mystery writer. But again, there were no cell phones. It was you pull over to payphone to make a call to the police or something. But again, that whole series of those books back in the 50s, I used to love that style. I really loved to miss that style of
Mickey
writing.
Spillane.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. As she entered the room, her hips. As she sashayed into the room, her hips whispered a sweet hello.
She was a dame, a broad.
A mall.
Slattern.
A classy broad. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, Kimber Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230. And we got the latest on the war. We'll talk about the Old Dominion shooting and the Michigan thing. And Pierce Morgan speaking. We were talking yesterday about where are the women. You will talk about that. Also, Chicago's Teachers Union has made it pretty clear they are now a member of the Communist Party.
Yep.
I mean, there's no question about it. And they're doing it for political reasons. I mean, which is, more confirmation that that's what it is. Not like they're complaining about what's going on in their country. They're aiming a thing for a political reason as a communist.
It's symbolism.
Yeah.
It's communist symbolism.
Yeah. On purpose. They're doing it. It's not like a mistake. They got caught. No, this is planned. So we'll get to it. Also, we got a billion things. A GoFundMe? And the guy's only 78? Hold my beer. Anyway, sorry. I'm a little upset about this story. I might have to lead with it. Kimber Pete and Flounder, 315. That's right, 313. I'm a little upset about the GoFundMe this. I'll fund you. Measure 78.
Fighting the
the communist with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Well, you sure got to love this weather. Beautiful and sunshine, planting season. And hey, if you're a builder or contractor and you're putting in somebody's landscaping, wholesale landscaping supply, there's only one name, Stovall. That's Paul and the boys, Stovall Company, third-generation family. And again, I brag about them because I don't know of anybody else who, if you're looking for something really special for that backyard or maybe a fountain thing by the pool or whatever, and they don't have it, they'll tell you where to get it. But they have pretty much everything, really, for almost everybody. Putting in a fireplace, they can help you do that, too. And the, plants and trees and shrubs and flowers, irrigation systems, they've got it all. StovallInc.com.
It's tax refund season here in Georgia, and a lot of folks are deciding how to spend it. Let me suggest something practical, something you use every day, your air conditioning system. With an earlier and warmer projected spring, your air conditioner is about to start working real hard. If your system is older and inefficient, this might be a smart time to upgrade to a high-efficiency carrier system to save on your utilities. When you combine proven carrier technology with an experienced team like at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, you're investing in long-term comfort and efficiency. Right now, you can save up to $1,700 in rebates, plus 60 months 0% financing on qualified systems, making a new system more affordable than you might think. Before that refund disappears on something temporary, invest in comfort that lasts for years. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com today. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
If you're looking for strength, capability, and reliability, it starts with Ford. And it starts at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs.
From the legendary F-150 to the adventure-ready Bronco to the versatile Explorer, Ford builds vehicles designed to handle real life.
And at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, you'll find a great selection in stock, competitive pricing, and a buying process that's fast, fair, and straightforward.
No pressure, no confusion, just a transparent experience focused on helping you find the right vehicle.
You can even get started from home. Shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, complete paperwork before you ever step into the showroom.
Or come in and work with a team that respects your time and gets you on the road quickly. That's how buying a Ford should feel.
Get started at Jim Ellis Ford, SandySprings.com or stop by the Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs showroom, conveniently located at 7555 Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of I-285.
Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, where you can always expect the best.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out. Because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Selling your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Visit brokermike.com or call 678-780-HOME.
Did your security provider sell your account to another company? Or are you unhappy with your current security service? I'm Matt Harvey with Alert 360 Security. We protect the homes and businesses of over 12,000 of your friends and neighbors right here in Metro Atlanta. Our award-winning customer service and 5-diamond certified monitoring start at just $15.95 a month. Switching to Alert 360 is easy. Visit alert360.com to learn more. Sign up in March and get a free electronic door lock. Protect what matters most with Alert 360.
The future of lacrosse starts here. Join the Georgia Swarm in their 10th season for Grow the Game Night, Saturday, March 14th at Gas South Arena. Presented by Singleton Marine. Lacrosse is one of the fastest growing youth sports in America. So join the Swarm this Saturday night to inspire the next generation with fast-paced National Lacrosse League action. The Georgia Swarm is the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets for Saturday, March 14th at 7:30 p.m. Gas South Arena at georgiaswarm.com.
They lied, they cheated, and they broke the law. Liberal losers forced illegal migration on hardworking Americans. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson is ready to fight back.
I don't care if you're Muslim or Mongolian. You don't have the right to force your culture on our country.
Corrupt career politicians let the invasion happen, then made it worse. But conservative businessman Rick Jackson isn't going to let them get away with it.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes, victimize our children, and get away with murder. So here's my guarantee to them. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported, or departed. Any questions?
It's time to win big for Georgia. Rick Jackson, the Trump-supporting, straight-talking, successful businessman with nothing to lose. Rick Jackson for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
In fact, we're going to give you an update on that. In case your mailbox hasn't received a little notice yet, if you live in Georgia.
I got two things, not just one.
Good, two. All right. Well, I got my mailbox yesterday, too. Anyway, here we go. First. Sorry. Rod Stewart here. All right, sir. On this day, there you are. 2022, Sir Rod Stewart filmed himself fixing potholes on a road near his home, complaining about the state of the deal. The 77-year-old Rod Stewart's Instagram account showed him shoveling gravel in Harlow, Essex, claiming no one can be bothered to do it. He said people are bashing their cars up. The other day, there was an ambulance with a burst tire. My Ferrari, notice I said ambulance. My Ferrari can't go through there was an ambulance with a burst tire. My Ferrari can't go through here at all. Rod Stewart was in a tracksuit and a visibility vest and singing and shoveling 2020. God, I'm surprised just if he didn't sing loud enough, the potholes would have tried to fill themselves so they wouldn't have to hear the... Sorry. No, it's probably not right. And now your birthday list. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 3:20, beautiful sunny day. It's Friday. Everybody ought to be pretty freaking happy about that. But we'll find a way to ruin it for you. Sorry. We got a lot of
it for Rick Jackson right now.
We're going to get right to that. Hold on one sec quick. For a birthday list, Annabeth Gish. Annabeth Gish is 55. She's the actress. She was in X-Files, but you may remember her as the older daughter on West Wing. Of the Family Daughter. She was the older daughter of Shelley. Anyway, Annabeth Gish. Well, that's a pretty name, Annabeth. I don't think I've
ever known. She was the one who was not kidnapped.
Yeah. Annabeth. Well, a pretty name. I don't think I've ever heard anybody else with that name in all my years. And this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, National Good Samaritan Day. It celebrates acts of kindness toward others, regardless of our differences. The term Good Samaritan comes from the parable of the Good Samaritan as told by Jesus in the Gospel of Luke. Yes, my Lord! No, sorry, I'm not going to do that thing, but here it is. The Gospel like this, and here's how this is translated. When asked, "Who is my neighbor?" Jesus told the parable of a Jewish traveler who was stripped of clothing, beaten, and left half dead alongside the road. Both a Jewish priest and a Levite came by and avoided the man. A Samaritan came upon him and helped him, even though, well, see, this is the way it's written here. I'm telling you from the thing. A Samaritan came upon him and helped him, even though Jews and Samaritans were bitter enemies. Jesus asked, "Now, which of these three do you think seemed to be a neighbor to him who fell among the robbers?" And Jesus said, "Go and do likewise." Well, anyway, that was it.
Okay, Glenn Beck.
I know.
Your sermon.
And in fact, I was even going to say, anyway, no, we love Glenn Beck. And it's just, as you know.
Yes, we do. We do like Glenn Beck.
Rather long segments sometimes. Sorry, no.
Proselytize.
Yeah, yes. I understand he bought the Alamo just to kind of, take control.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna redo the basement.
Yeah, he's going to fix it up a little, modernize it.
Find Pee Wee's bicycle. Remember the Alamo.
I got it right here.
That's one of the funniest scenes of that movie, where he's passed out and all those cowboys around him go, "Do you remember anything?" "I remember the Alamo."
Doggies. Anyway, 323, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got a lot of newsy stuff. Once we start, it's going to be hard to stop. A whole bunch of things on the board and thing. Tell me about the ad. If you live in Georgia, you're probably getting things in your mailbox now about the governor's race, and a lot by this guy, Rick Jackson, who came out of nowhere and all of a sudden is making a very large impact because he sounds like a tough guy who's not going to take any crap off anybody. Pete Davis just got this, and you tell the little people what you got there, sir.
Well, I got the mail today, and actually, I got two things from Rick Jackson in the mail today. One showed two Atlanta police cars engulfed in flames, burning. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to hold it up to the thing here. This camera only shows what it wants to show.
Yeah, it's not.
But anyway, and it says Keisha Lance Bottoms, the former Atlanta mayor, let Atlanta burn. Now she wants to be governor. Hell no. And basically it just shows the burning.
Fiery flames of Atlanta. Actually, remember she said let them burn. You don't want to, you don't want to start anything.
Yeah.
Let them take.
You don't upset them.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, don't want to inflame it anymore than it was. Yeah.
So in between the rest of the absolute ridiculous bills and everything, it's basically a newspaper booklet. Of 3 or 4 pages from Rick Jackson.
Yeah.
All about the Georgia conservative, Georgia's biggest Trump supporter, launches bid for governor.
Yeah.
Newt Gingrich weighs in. That doesn't help you, Rick. Weighs in on our governor's race and blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole newsletter.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got last night when I got home. That's the one I got.
Well,
I haven't
Burt
gotten the other one
Jones
yet.
fired back a couple days ago because he's going after Burt Jones is what he's doing.
Right.
Because the other two, who knows what their names are. Burt Jones basically said he got his money, Rick Jackson, and became a billionaire by supporting Planned Parenthood. That's what Burt is claiming he's doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, the line he said was he made his money on the deaths of babies or something really harsh, like really strong.
Let him explain that.
Yeah.
Well, this just came over an alert. I don't know. I guess it's the Burt Jones, paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia Inc. Just came over as a text. I don't know how they get my number, but I get a text from all of them. Fox News. Here's the headline.
Yeah, I got that
GOP
too.
billionaire trying to woo Trump support in key Georgia race bankrolled his 2024 presidential rivals, including Liz Cheney.
Yeah, I got the same text.
Is it true?
I don't even open them. I just when I see a report, delete and report junk for every politician text. I have to get my freaking number too. By the way,
I mean, basically, is Rick Jackson here to help save us like Trump, or is he a Trojan horse?
Well, this is going to get real interesting. I'll bet you this summer is going to be a real interesting time for the final push before the major, and especially, what the economy is going to be like this summer, and they ran gas things and all that stuff and everything. Anyway, this is going to be pretty interesting. All right, 326, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. All right, let's do this. I saw it. We got a lot of newsy stuff. We'll get to all of it too. And don't forget Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock. A 78-year-old Tennessee man, a retired man named Richard Pulley, was captured on doorbell video because he's a retiree at the age of 78 in Tennessee, but he's been forced to go back to work along with his wife to become a DoorDash driver delivery guy with his unemployed wife because they can't afford their medication anymore. And his wife, he says, my wife just lost her job for no reason, no fault of her own. She just got fired. And so they've been doing this delivery business with DoorDash for over a year now. And a doorbell video the other day saw Mr. Pulley at the age of 78 getting out of the car, struggling to deliver a Starbucks order to a woman named Brittany Smith. Pulley slowly walked up the pathway toward her home, hesitated for a moment in front of the steps leading to the porch, tries to find his footing, slowly bends down to drop off the order about 11 o'clock in the morning, and she describes it as a heartbreaking video. It just the determined delivery driver set out to locate Richard, the Starbucks delivery man. She wanted to know who this poor man was, struggling like that to be a delivery man at his old age. She found out with internet sleuths. They identified the elderly man as Richard Pulley. He and his wife been tag teaming DoorDash deliveries, and he would deliver them, and she would drive the car, and he would deliver them. They've been married 56 years, and the GoFundMe that the woman started has now raised $500,000.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So this guy's 78, and he's forced to go back to work. And because he's old and he takes slow steps, the girl felt sorry for him and he raised $500,000. Okay. All right. He's 78. Okay. So
he's younger than you.
Golly. So I guess nobody saw me trying to run up to the freaking Publix to get my phone out of the shopping buggy the other day. It looked like the freaking frog man with rubber arms or something going on. I guess nobody saw that when I talk about struggling at 78. Oh my God. I don't remember 78. Sorry. Sorry. No, I'm happy for the guy, really. $500,000, you're telling me. $500,000 right there. $500,000 big dollaroonies. Because he walked slowly to the door. Golly. All right.
I'm telling you right now, you should start door dashing in your car, your souped-up car. And if they don't tip
your chopper,
you trench the yard, basically.
Yeah, do donuts in the front lawn. 78, old guy forced to go back to work, and he got $500,000 because a girl felt sorry for him slowly walking to her doorstep. Good, I'm happy for the man. Retire and live your life in the arms of your loving bride of 56 years. God bless America, and God bless you too as well. 3:30, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Well, okay, this whole health insurance thing is still kind of confusing, even though it started, some time ago, this year, new year. But if you got your health insurance bill this month and you're thinking to yourself, what am I supposed to do with this? It's kind of expensive. I don't really want to use it because all these deductibles I didn't know about. It's kind of confusing. And it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. The people who put the whole health thing together are not the ones who have to suffer for it. But here's what you can do. I got a guy named Stephen. I've been talking about him, the health insurance doctor. They call him the doctor because he's been doing this for decades. He'll give you the straight scoop if there's a better way. Here's an example. One family, true story, one family paying over $3,000 a month. They have not sacrificed their coverage and are now paying about $1,200 a month. That's not true for everybody, but it shows it happens. It's possible. And maybe that fits with you. There are plans also for PPO networks. No deductible options, year-round enrollment. You can sit around, complain about it, or make a phone call and look them up. My friend Stephen, health insurance doctor. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. Check it out, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagan was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagan, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagan. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagan-law.com.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
At the Honest Car Guy, the entire process is completely transparent. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee, and we even prove it by giving you a copy of the bill of sale. We can sell you any make, any year, any model, and at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1 or honestcarguy.com.
A Social Security update. 70 million Americans collect Social Security benefits today, and millions more will join soon. Now, a new study finds 70% of Americans don't get the full benefits they deserve. But recipients can use simple strategies to boost Social Security benefits by as much as $188,000 over a lifetime. Social Security expert Michael Allen says it's true and reveals 5 key strategies to increase your benefits. It's all in his free special report. Newsmax calls the report your best guide for bigger Social Security benefits. Whether you're getting benefits or soon will, you need the Social Security report. Get it free. Call 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. We'll text it to you right away, along with President Trump's act cutting your Social Security taxes. Call now, 800-999-9690. 800-999-9690. Text and data rates may apply.
Georgia politicians, if you want to win your election, the path to victory runs through Extra 106.3. Extra listeners are some of the most engaged, active in their communities, and outspoken on their beliefs, especially when it comes time to vote. Tell the candidate you're voting for that if they want to win, the path to victory runs through Extra 106.3 FM. Just email sales at extra1063.com to get involved. That's sales at XTRA1063.com.
Wasn't that chick the switch hitter? That's Kristen Sinema? Yeah. I got an update on the switch hitter in Congress here coming up in a minute. First of all, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday, and it's Friday the 13th. And again, I don't even care. I'm totally basically ignore it. It's just, isn't that funny? As growing up as a kid, man, Friday the 13th, everybody, everywhere, school, families, it was a thing. I mean, it was, black cats and ladders. And I mean, isn't that funny how I wonder why nobody cares anymore,
2 already.
Yeah, this year, yeah. But again, I mean, it's just culturally, I wonder why. I guess it's just one of those old-fashioned things, and people don't care about old-fashioned things anymore. I mean, it's got to be it. It's just the old ways.
You forget the old ways, it'll come back and bite you.
Oh man, I mean, it's such a shame. Anyway. Well, again, I'm I'm really out of the demographics here. All right, sorry, Jimi Hendrix. Here we go. Jimi Hendrix. 2013. Jimmy scored his highest chart debut since 1969 when his new album, People, Hell, and Angels, consisting of unreleased tracks recorded with a variety of musicians between 1968 and 70, sold 72,000 copies in America. The week it was released and made a debut at number 2 on the charts in 2013. It's been a long time since 1968. That's a birthday list. Musical actor. This guy, Common. I know the name, and he keeps popping up. I don't remember. I guess I've seen him in various movies. Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels.
Yeah, Hell on Wheels. Common is 54. Actor, pretty good actor in Selma, John Wick 2, AMC's Hell on Wheels. He won the 2015 Academy Award for Best Original Song, Glory from Selma. I had no idea that this guy's been around for 11 years and won the Academy Award, but I don't remember that. That's funny. Anyway, a salute to him. Common is, 54 years old today. And on this day in history, I got some fun history things here for you today, too. 1968. The United States Army kills 6,000 sheep with nerve gas. That was 1968. They killed 6,000 sheep with nerve gas and denied it for 30 years.
Wasn't there a George C. Scott movie called Rage about that?
Yeah, anyway, they denied it for 30 years till finally admitting that they knew all along they did it. Yeah, we're sorry. An Army aircraft flying a nerve gas test mission over the Dugway Proof proving ground with chemical dispensers containing the nerve agent VX when a malfunction caused one of the dispensers to fail to completely empty. As the aircraft gained altitude after its bombing run, the remaining VX gas leaks out from behind the aircraft over the ranches outside of Salt Lake City. The gas settled over a flock of sheep and killed 6,000 of them. People in the area also developed nervous system illnesses, were indicative of the low levels of VX exposure. The Army denied responsibility, but then in 1970, the Army showed incontrovertible evidence the gas test killed the sheep, was found in both snow and grass samples from the area, but the report wasn't released to the public until almost the year 2000. The international outcry over the incident led President Richard Nixon in 1969 to ban all open-air chemical weapons testing. There you are, anyway. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 339. Okay, Flounder, we're going to do a lot of we're going to play cuts number 2, 3, and 4 here before long.
In that order?
Yeah, we can play number 2. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to play 2, 3, and then 4. If I found 1, 2, it was 3, hard 4, to work 5, today. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we're going to play 2 and 3.
2.
We may not. In fact,
play number 2.
In fact, I think we'll save number 4 for later. We'll play number 2 and 2 and 3. All right, here we go. First of all, we'll talk Donald Trump stuff and war stuff, and then we got political stuff. We got the murder shooting things in Old Dominion and also in Michigan and all. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay, here we go. Donald Trump. I love this message, man. I got up this morning and man, I love this stuff. Donald Trump is using unparalleled firepower with a fresh wave of deadly attacks today. Donald Trump says we are totally destroying the terrorist regime of Iran militarily, economically, and otherwise, yet if you read the failing New York Times, you would incorrectly think that we are not winning. Iran's navy's gone. Their air force is no longer. Missiles, drones, and everything else are being decimated. Their leaders have been wiped from the face of the earth. He boasted our unparalleled firepower, unlimited ammunition, plenty of time, and then he said, watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today. Well, cut number 2, Flounder. How about the new leader may be alive, according to Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth is doing just like Donald Trump, going live right before the public, showing how we're doing business, taking questions. Cut number 2, Pete Hegseth talks about the new leader who may be alive, but he isn't looking very good. Number 2, sir, if you would.
We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity. Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father, dead. He's scared. He's injured. He's on the run, and he lacks legitimacy. It's a mess for them.
Yeah, his father's dead, his wife's dead, and his son's dead, and he may as well be. Again, nobody's seen him.
I want him dead.
Yeah.
Your family dead.
House burned to the ground. And now cut number 3. Pete Hegseth again. And he talked to the press for a long time here, along with Raisin Cajun, the general, too. Pete Hegseth talking about Iran. Doesn't really have much yet left to fight with there. Cut number 3, Flounder.
Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers, and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. Their missile volume is down 90%. Their one-way attack drones yesterday, down 95%. And as the world is seeing, they are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with. We have been dealing with it, and don't need to worry about it. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before.
And for the record, there were 6 crewmen lost in the downing, accidentally apparently, of a refueling plane. A part of the Air Force was going over there for the business in Iran, and 6 crewmen were killed. And I will bet you that there are Democrats in Congress today who will demand some kind of refund for the food issue of the money spent for feeding soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines in combat. You know, I guarantee you there won't be any Democrats holding parades and memories and memorial services for the latest Americans killed serving their country around the world. Dirt bags. I mean, really just freaking bad words to talk about with these people. Let's go. Now, Donald Trump, by the way, I mean, seriously, he's changing the world, and he's making all the former enemies into our friends. He's going to take care of Iran. He already got Venezuela. Now we're after Cuba. And Cuba's basically admitting, we're talking about how you can take over us. Apparently, after what happened in Venezuela, the Maduro business, and we went and got him and arrested him, took him away, Trump cut off Venezuelan oil shipments to Cuba. They have a horrible situation going on with the tariffs and everything else. Their shortages are worsening. It's a failing nation. No support from anybody. Mexico's not sending them oil. They're going to fall pretty soon. And Donald Trump says it's pretty much over. Well, even the president of Mexico, Miguel Diaz-Canel, is confirming today that the island of Cuba's got an economic crisis and intense pressure from Donald Trump. Cut number 6, Flounder. Here's what the guy says about working with America to figure some relationship out here.
En correspondencia
con
la política consistente que siempre ha presentado la Revolución Cubana, bajo la dirección del general de ejército como líder histórico de nuestra revolución y la mía, y colegiado con las principales instancias del partido, el gobierno y el Estado cubano, funcionarios cubanos sostuvieron recientemente conversaciones con representantes del gobierno de los Estados Unidos.
Well, anyway, you got the gist of it, of course, is that they're making a deal with America. I didn't want to, show off my bilingual skills here on the...
You didn't. You stay true to your word.
I kept in my pledge.
Ace Verdad.
E veritas.
To a sympathetic.
What's the matter with me? It's 4:45. Yeah, Kimmer Pete Flounder. What are you going to do about it now? I want to go back. I want to go back in the Marines. I swear. Let me go over there. Come on. This is going to be fun. This is going to be freaking great. All right. Never mind.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey Atlanta, what if you could drive a stylish new SUV from a luxury brand for less than $26,000?
You can at Jim Ellis Buick GMC, introducing the 2026 Buick Envista, a sporty head-turning SUV with a premium look and quiet, refined ride Buick is known for.
And right now, you can save $1,000 off MSRP on new Buick Envista models at Jim Ellis Buick GMC.
That means you could drive a brand new SUV with modern technology, advanced safety features, and a sleek coupe-inspired design for less than $26,000.
The Buick Envista, the SUV that delivers style, technology, and value all in one. Shop online at JimEllisBuickGMC.com
or visit Jim Ellis Buick GMC on Peachtree Industrial inside the perimeter or off Highway 20 in Buford. Jim Ellis Buick GMC, we are professional grade.
Offer applies to 2026 Buick Envista models, example stock BV188, MSRP $26,490. After the $1,000 Jim Ellis discount, sale price is $25,490. Offer excludes TABT and state fees. Offer expires 3/31/26. Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Ventrac. Got hills, heavy brush, or tough terrain that's slowing you down? Howard Brothers has a solution. Ventrac mowers. Built for steep slopes and demanding terrain where traditional equipment struggles, Ventrac is engineered to handle the hard jobs. And with more than 30 available attachments, it's not just a mower, it's a year-round machine. Schedule your demo with Howard Brothers today and see what Ventrac can do for you.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guests are Director of Operations for A Second Chance Monitoring, Lindsay Schmidt, and Director of Operations for A Second Chance Bail Bonds, Jesse Fellebaum. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So, you had a long day. You decided to stop for a cocktail on the way home. The next thing you know, you had one too many, and you just got pulled over. You need A Second Chance bail bonds. A Second Chance can get you or a loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a matter of hours. A Second Chance bail bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Get help now. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT, or contact them online at atlbail.com.
Hey Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. It's 2026 and it's going to be a great year. So let's start the year off with a quiz. So what's the difference in a criminal and a socialist Democrat? Well, a criminal wants to steal your stuff, but a socialist Democrat wants to steal your freedom. So let's talk about safes. The Atlanta Safe House has the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. Brands like Browning, Champion, and Fort Knox. With over 500 safes in stock, we are the place to buy a safe. So come by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
I was live streaming makeup tips when my internet went down. My followers were furious. Like, both of them.
Someone damaged the gas line and our service was turned off for safety. Now my chili is ruined and I'm simmering.
As she was digging into my chocolate delight, someone dug through a water main. No water. No bath. No delight.
All because my neighbor didn't contact 811.
Be a good neighbor and contact 811 before digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court and won. If you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carr for Georgia.
That's a big hit back in my old days. 2006, though, the Kinks came out with the top earning award for music used in TV commercials in America. The Kinks earned something like $8 million a year in America. The 60s group enjoying a resurgence with their music being used to sell washing powder. Well, they call it washing powder, dishwashing liquid or powder, soap. Also computers and medicines. The Kinks, most money made in ads in America. Led Zeppelin in 2006 came in second with about $6 million, and Rolling Stones third with around $3.5 million. The Kinks, Kimmer P. Flounder, how you doing? Birthday list includes that, I had a little crush on this girl, Dana Delaney. Dana Delaney in China Beach. Never saw China Beach. And by the way, ironically, Vietnam is known for beautiful beaches and, tropical thing. It's just, anyway. Dana Delaney was in China Beach, TV show, but also Body of Proof, Hand of God, Exit to Eden. And Dana Delaney is 70 years old today.
Tombstone. Come on. She's Kurt Russell's girl.
Oh, God, I forgot. Tombstone. That's right. That was a great role, too. I totally forgot that movie. In fact, Kurt Russell was just in the news today. I didn't print it out or anything. I read part of it where he's When he's supporting himself, he's confirming himself, he's doubling down on why he does something. What's the word? I hate this. He's reaffirming his belief in hunting, and he's raised his son to start hunting and kill their own meat and stuff like that. So it's kind of a thing.
Him and his son are starring in that Godzilla thing on Apple TV. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but and again, he has a hell of a relationship with little wifey of his there, Goldie Hawn. Yeah. Anyway, because she said, well, I know guys need other women in their lives, and so if he, I know it's not serious if he has to have sex with another woman, just not that he really.
But she said that 20-something years ago.
Yeah, well, it's working. And by the way, some good news. 3:54. Two good news. One, Neil Boortz coming up after the 4 o'clock news. Secondly, John Gray's alive. This was a very nice thing. It popped up on my phone. Wendy Gray with John Gray. John Gray, Perspiration John. Used to work with him. We have a lot of funny stories about Perspiration John. And there's a picture of him being wheeled out of the hospital. And it says, notice a huge smile on that face. This dude is home. He is still in a lot of medication for pain, but happy to be cancer-free and resting in his own recliner. We're so thankful to the hospital staff at Kennesaw Hospital in Northwest Georgia Oncology. They have been amazing. The nurse rolling him out was part of his care team. Such a blessing. Perspiration John, who was just a great guy, just a fun character.
He is a wonderful man.
And he, I guess his original job, he was one of those, you can do it all guys. He would set up our remote broadcast for us and handle all the logistics and all the things about doing. We did, gave him the nickname Perspiration John when he had me sweating to death in the hot summer sun at a Greek festival out in the middle of the summer doing our live broadcast. And there was no tent or anything. It had to be 100 degrees. And I'm sitting there soaking wet. And we have a little, anyway, he's just a wonderful guy. Pete worked with him for a long time, and it's just
I called him pantless because he'd have to bend over, and there's kind of a Norge man thing going on in the background. But I tell you what, when that bomb went off in Centennial Park and that the Army came by and said, you got less than 15 minutes to pack up, you talk about throwing things in a van and getting the hell out of there quick. We did it.
Anyway, it's good. He had a little cancer issue, and apparently it's gone. And he's doing, and so God bless him. I mean, that's congratulations. Yes. I'm very, very happy for the guy. 3:55. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Wow. The Michigan thing. Hold me to see that. Hold on a second. Cut number 5. That's Whitmer. Yeah, let's do this. This made me gag today. We're going to play cut number 5 here, Flounder. That Frankenstein governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. She had the balls to say this about all the violence going on, including what happened at the synagogue and the Jewish school in Michigan. Governor Whitmer.
People like the person that attacked this community yesterday get fomented by rhetoric that they see online and that they see on television and they hear on the radio. It radicalizes people and it endangers our fellow Michiganders. We cannot let this continue. And so each of us has a duty to take action where and how we can.
Duty.
I mean, you're the one who caused it. They want to lower the temperature and call out anti-Semitism. You dirty, rotten phony. It's your fault. You've done all this stuff. And this is also the woman who says, we don't want ICE in our town. We don't want to crack down on illegal immigrants. And by the way, is this the guy whose 2 brothers were both members of Hezbollah? Yeah. Here's how some of the headlines are saying that, the poor guy lost his family in the Israeli strike on Lebanon, and so that's why this guy's taken it out. Apparently, he told his wife he was angry at the situation, and he told his wife, I got to find the quote here. So he says, take care of my kids. And then he went off to do his duty to avenge his brother's death. Avenge his brother's death. His brothers were members of Hezbollah. They should have been killed. They should have been set on fire. And by the way, for the record, how many Jews went on a murdering rampage after October 7th happened in Gaza Strip? How many Jews went nuts? So this guy, they feel sorry for him because his brothers were members of Hezbollah so he can slaughter children? You freaking phonies. And
He's
they want us to lower the
children.
Yeah, exactly. Good Lord.
And his duty was to raise his kids.
Yeah.
Not to fight for BS religion.
Yeah, thinking he's a hero. He's going to get his 79 gay virgins or something. Anyway, a little Flounders funny back here. I bet you probably got a little something.
I was just thinking about this. What is the smallest denomination of money you would pick up off the ground, off the street, at the risk of throwing your back out these days? It used to be a quarter for me, or a nickel, a dime, a penny, anything like that. But now, you know what? It's got to be paper. I thought it's got to be paper. Now, that's not to say if there was a nickel next to that dollar, I would not sweep that up as well. Within a foot. And then I started thinking, what's the smallest piece of food I would pick up off the street at the risk of throwing my back out? And then I came to the conclusion it would probably be a donut. Now, that's not to say if there was a M&M next to it, I would not swoop that up, too, as well, and bring it back up with me. Now, I follow the 10-second rule, and that starts ticking down after I come across the food.
Mr. Kevin Nealon.
Was that Kevin Nealon?
Kevin Nealon.
He's the only one I really didn't like on Saturday Night Live. I didn't get his stuff like I did Norm Macdonald and some of the others, like the news.
Weekend Update.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best Weekend Update guy.
Yeah.
No.
It's fun. I'm amusing guy, though. Big guy. By the way, it's a very exciting time coming up because Neil Boortz joins us right after the 4 o'clock news. We have Flounders Funnies, and we've got Holy Crap at Sports, and we got the latest on the news, more on the Michigan thing, the Old Dominion thing, the First Lady of New York, Pierce Morgan calling out some of the femme gals who have disappeared, and the Chicago teachers are officially communist as of today. Coming up, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, 4 o'clock on 106.3. Letter It Friday, 13th. Holy cow. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Options for the Commander-in-Chief. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, as the Pentagon sends more U.S. forces to the Middle East.
The Pentagon is sending the USS Tripoli, a Marine Amphibious Ready Group, and the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, about 2,500 U.S. Marines and 2,500 sailors to the Middle East. The Tripoli is stationed out of Japan, and it would take about 2 weeks to arrive in the Middle East.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. The U.S. and Israel hitting more than 15,000 targets so far. But a big turnout in Iran's capital for annual demonstrations organized by the government.
Thousands rallied in Tehran today for Al-Quds Day. It's a day of demonstrations in support of the Palestinians and against Israel. Several American flags were burned during this. Several Iranian leaders made public appearances, including President Masoud Pezeshkian, despite several Iranian leaders being killed during Operation Epic Fury.
Fox's Nate Foy in Tel Aviv. The Iranian president walking down a street in broad daylight. Vice President J.D. Vance just telling reporters the U.S. knows that Iran's new supreme leader is injured, but doesn't know how badly after the strikes that killed his father, mother, wife, and a son early on in the fighting. The vice president visiting North Carolina, touting the Trump economic agenda, including last year's Big Beautiful Bill.
The biggest tax cut for people making under $100,000 that we have ever seen in tax legislation in this country.
Democrats argue the president sending costs higher with tariffs and fighting in the Middle East. The president just signing a pair of executive orders aimed at helping to address home affordability concerns. One order aims to reduce the government's own regulatory burdens. The other to reduce the regulatory hurdles tied to mortgages, making it easier for smaller community banks to provide home loans. Stocks sink. The Dow down 117 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
Here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store. And they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit lifelock.com. Terms do apply.
Here we go. 4:03, and it's Friday. Let it rip. Anything goes. Kimmer, Pete Flounder, and Neil Boortz at places unknown until now. Neil, welcome aboard, sir. How's it going? What's up?
Ripping. I got nothing.
You got nothing? Well, you come to the right place.
I just woke up.
No problem.
This is National Sleep Week.
I've heard that. That's right.
Yeah.
I miss sleeping. I used to sleep well. I can't sleep.
Well, no, it's not. It's sleeping with somebody.
Well,
what's your body count?
My body count? You mean total? We want to do a numbers thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, what's your number, Neil?
I don't intentionally get into fights I know I'm going to lose.
Yeah. By the way, if you ask your girlfriend, or like an idiot, you ask a question like that to a girl, if she says, well, 3, yeah, that may be 3 engagements or something. That doesn't count the time she was in, spring break down in Panama City or something, for the week. So,
well, yeah, you know what I like? It's the old thing about the guy asks the girl, how many men have you slept with? And she says, just you.
Well, there you are. Yeah, sleeping.
He says, that can't be true. Oh, yes, it's true. Oh, the rest of them never let me sleep.
Yeah, I didn't realize doing other things. You never want to talk to a girl about anything, really. Well, you can't. You just can't get a good answer. I'm sorry.
There's finally an explanation for Yoko Ono.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, she apparently confided in Paul McCartney that John Lennon may have been gay.
He was gay, yeah. He mentioned
and I mean, if ever that was a perfect excuse for, or explanation for Yoko Ono.
Yeah, when I first saw that relationship thing hit, I thought like everybody else to think, well, wow, what happened here?
One of the great videos of all time is when Lennon was singing and playing with, who was it? Chuck Berry, I think? Yeah. And all of a sudden, Yoko starts with this, and the look in Chuck Berry's face. What the
You
hell
okay over there?
is this?
Medic. Corman.
I'm going to get right to something that I'm ashamed of today.
Well, that's even better. Yes.
Well, I keep seeing this on the internet,
Yeah.
With these, when you see these stories, these hideous stories of men and the horrible things that they've done to women and children, murder, rape, stabbings, and then more and more people are suggesting wood chippers.
Wow, boy, I've missed that whole segment on the internet. As punishment, you mean put them in a wood chipper?
Well, yeah, you dangle them over a wood chipper, and then you just
slowly ease them right in there, do you?
Now, what am I ashamed of? I'm ashamed of the fact that I like that idea.
Well, if you're doing feet first, I mean that's got wow.
Oh, it's got to be feet first.
Yeah, because that's
it's got to be.
That's got to hurt right there. You got
okay. Look, I want to ask you something.
That's pretty coarse. Yeah.
If you took a couple of murderers, I don't care how light or dark their complexion is,
right?
And that now is the way we identify.
Yeah.
If you took just 2 or 3 of them, and a pay-per-view, and dropped them feet first into a wood chipper.
Wow, that would. Yeah.
How fast do you think the crime rate? I mean, it would suddenly in this country it would be like living in a monastery.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine.
A friend kept asking me to write another book. Was that you? No.
I think you should write several books.
No.
On what this time though?
I'm developing some flashcards.
Are you for what?
Some flashcards for hood rats and what have you, and people. Here are the things you need to do if you are approached by the police. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only got 4 now. Okay. The first thing is you tell them you didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing. All right, sir.
I'm a didn't do nothing.
Didn't do nothing. I'm
Second
number one.
thing is,
Two.
you start screaming, "Don't touch me! Don't touch me!" I'm watching way too many videos.
Yeah, apparently.
The third thing is, I know my rights.
Oh, boy.
I know my rights. And then a fourth, and you just this is a must.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
I'm going to remember that next time.
When is the last time an individual citizen in this country with what the media might describe as a dark complexion didn't tell, I can't breathe? I mean, they're sitting there screaming and yelling and thrashing about, and I can't breathe. And, the cops just don't. Sometimes they'll say, if you can talk, you can breathe.
Yeah. I heard you.
Yeah, but I saw the video again last night of the woman that yells at the cop, "Do you know who my father is?" And the cop says, "Why, your mother didn't tell you?" Don't you love that?
I love that. The other video that got my attention, too, is making rounds now, is some scumbag being walked down the sidewalk by a cop, and the scumbag tries to kick the cop.
Oh, I saw
and the
that.
cop showing, boom, and wham, right face first on the sidewalk like a big clunk.
It was a great body slam.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
I mean, it didn't lay her down. I think it was a woman, or was it? I don't know. But he He just slammed him down.
Yeah, it was not gentle.
No, I enjoyed that, and
as it should be. You can't mess with a cop. I mean, seriously, you can't mess with a cop. You're not allowed to mess with a cop. It used to be a rule, and now
you get a beat down.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of videos out there of cops in European cities and what have you. You don't screw with them.
Yeah, you don't.
I mean, they will land one on your chin, and you will be down and out so fast. But around here if a cop does that to somebody, as soon as they open their eyes, what's your name and badge number?
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, this is something that is really bothering me.
Okay.
And I've worn out my welcome. Thank goodness I don't have to do a commentary again until Monday. Do you realize, as things stand now in Iran, the extent to which Iran has us by the gonads?
Because of the Straits of Hormuz?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, on every news, I guarantee it tonight, CBS, ABC, NBC, even Fox, CNN, all of them, every one of them is going to do a news story that is going to feature video of a gas station with the gas prices.
Yeah.
Like the most important damn thing that Americans have to be concerned about right now is gas prices.
Yeah. I heard you ask the question in your commentary today.
Yeah. And, every decision that you have to make in your life as an American right now is, well, what are the gas prices? And the Iranian, you don't think the Iranians and other enemies aren't watching this? All we have to do to defeat, am I too loud? I'm wearing...
No.
Okay. All we have to do to defeat America is make them charge more for gas, because there is a point at which Americans will allow any action against their country as long as the gas prices don't go past a certain point.
Yeah.
That's it. And what I ask people to consider, okay, what are you paying for gas right now? I mean, down here, we're still in the $3 range.
Yeah.
Okay. They haven't been in the $3 range in California since Disneyland opened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what is the price for a gallon of gas at which you, dear American citizen, at which you will say, that's it, I can't pay anymore, let Iran do what they want to do as long as the gas prices don't go up?
Well, I every time I heard the commentary and you wondered about that, and it was a great question. I remember to myself, I remember the gas lines in the 70s and Jimmy Carter and Nixon after that, and the speed limit 55, and you only got so many gallons and the lines around the pumps and people fighting to see who cut in line. I mean, it was a madhouse for a while.
Well, we got so many options now.
Yeah, But the thing is, I remember people saying, boy, this is really bad. But we had to gut it out. I mean, it isn't as though all of a sudden that we're too late. We're too freaking selfish. We're too lazy. And America, and by the way, I heard from Jesse Kelly talking last night. I think it was last night when he was mentioning that if we could control the Straits of Hormuz, you have to remember that China gets most of its oil from Iran, and if he said that China only has something like 90 days of oil supplies in the country, and if they don't keep getting oil from Iran, they will collapse.
Well, that's so sad.
Yeah. Now the other thing is, I don't understand, is why we didn't do the Strait of Hormuz as our first target to make sure it was safe to travel. Have frogmen and Navy SEALs and special ops forces in there to get any mines were in there, escort any boat that comes in, and have helicopter gunships and jet aircraft in the skies everywhere to make sure drones don't affect. I don't know why we didn't take control of the Straits of Hormuz from the first day. Well, we should own the damn thing. We control everything.
That's a good question. But is it, if I can create a word here, yes, is it even ownable?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's ownable as long as Iran has drones to shoot on the ships, and Iran is still selling oil to China. So, and I don't know why we're letting them do it. I don't know why we're not blowing their freaking boats out of the water. I mean, if that's the issue, is the Strait of Hormuz. I guess and I just heard today they're sitting in 5,000 Marines.
Oh, okay. I heard a Marine expedition.
Yeah, I want to go in there. I want to be there.
You want to be with them?
I want to go so bad. And I can't do anything. I have no skills. None. But I can drive a truck or carry a pouch or, you serve chow. But just to do something for the, because it's nice to have. And the reason why? Because we have a president and a secretary of war who are all in. They're here for the troops. They're here for the troops, and they do the right thing. And they're all volunteer. Anyway, I'm getting excited about it. Go out on the one that I had to go out on, but no one even knew about being in the military for years. We never talked about it. Anyway, it's just selfish. I'm just being silly. But I really love.
What happened in your life to say, "Damn it, I'm going to go join the Marine Corps right now"?
Two things. One, I always wanted to be a Marine since I heard a story on the radio when I was a little boy. It was a Korean War. I remember sitting in the dark in our family's home, a little big giant radio box set thing, and I was hearing somebody describe how Marines were saving villagers from various things, and it was one thing after another, first to fight and all the things, all this stuff when I was a little boy. And so I always wanted to be a Marine. And then because I have a girl's name, I had to keep proving that I was a man. So, that's just a long story. I mentioned this the other day. I don't want to bore everybody else with it. But that's true. Everything I've done that was dangerous or risky or stupid, involving fear and everything else and overcoming it, was because I have a girl's name. And, you're on the girls list stuff. So anyway, and then when Vietnam was going on and I was bored and I went to prep school, I got thrown out of my first university, went to a community college at home, lived at home. And one day in the spring, it was almost exactly 60 years ago this month.
Yeah.
When I walked across the common at the school and walked into the post office up to the second floor and joined the Marines. And I walked home and I told my mother and father I just joined the Marines.
What did they?
My poor mother.
I can only imagine.
I just did it. I was bored and I looking out the window and I said, "This is stupid." I was wasting my time. I'd been a prep school student and I was wasting my time at college. I wasn't ready to go to college. Stupid. I just went down and joined the Marines. It was like 3 months later. I stayed at home for the summer because you could do like a 3-month thing later, 4-month thing later. So anyway, that's why it was time. I couldn't wait, and war was waging, and I said, "This is it. This is put up or shut up."
Was there ever a point at which you said, "What the hell have I done?"
No, never. And I was mentioning.
Like I did after my first marriage.
Well, if you want to talk marriages, I got a whole bunch of comments I got to talk about that. But I knew it was serious. I mentioned to Pete, we were talking about some time ago, that when they put you on the bus, you fly into wherever you're going to South Carolina to get to Parris Island, and you take a bus eventually, and you go through the gates of Parris Island, and they pull the bus over to a stop, and when that Marine drill instructor gets on that bus and start screaming, man, I honestly, I still am getting chills remembering. I thought, oh my God, we're going to war, and this is real. That was when it hit me that this is real, and I was gung ho from that second on. I couldn't wait, couldn't stop.
Did you have a nickname in the Corps?
No, no, not that I know of. Not that I know.
They didn't call you Kimmer.
No, they called us all maggot and scumbag, and ladies.
I'm serious. The American people of today, that spirit that you have, I just don't think that exists all that much anymore.
I agree. I agree.
Back then, you were prepared to put your life on the line to protect this country, and so damn many of the people in this country right now are not prepared to pay over X dollars a gallon for gas in order. Yeah. You know, if we close down this thing in Iran without getting rid of those weird beards, if we close it down without liberating the people that get slaughtered when they, if it'll be a loss. Yeah, we will have lost this war, and at that point, Iran or any other country in the world would know all we have to do is make Americans pay more for gas. And once we have accomplished that, the rest of our objectives will be a piece of cake because they're just a bunch of wussies.
Well, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually paying how long the gas thing will last would be the difference. I think if all of a sudden Donald Trump says, "Okay, we won, let's go home," and we still have the mullahs running Iran, then I would think people say, "Now wait a minute, why were we there?" And we'd have to reinforce that we got rid of their nuclear capabilities. If that's that end result should be number one.
Which
but also the future
they will start rebuilding.
Yeah, well, that's the other. I mean, it's got to be done so that they can't rebuild, so that there's like solid concrete or something for until the center of the earth under Iran. I don't know, but if they still have people running the country who still want to kill America and just start over again, then it'll be an issue. So I'm hoping that's not the plan. I don't know what the plan. I don't know what the end. I don't know what the end result is anymore. I'm not sure. Other than the nuclear capacity, but we can't have them still the mullahs running everything. Little baby cockamamie if he's still alive, even.
Well, it's easy for this octogenarian fool right here to talk about in the abstract about these things. I am just so, oh Lord, am I glad I'm not the one that has to make these decisions. And I question now, why in the hell does anybody want to be the one that has to make these decisions?
Yeah, I can't imagine.
But I'm very afraid that we're going to lose. By that I mean we're going to get out of there and claim we won when clearly we didn't, and Iran will immediately start, I don't care, maybe 5 miles underground. They will immediately start rebuilding. They've got God knows how much enriched uranium.
22,000 pounds of material, not only uranium, but of nuclear bomb making material. You have 22,000 pounds that we're bragging about.
Yeah, and do we know where it is?
Well, that's my other question. Where is it? Why hasn't it exploded? Why didn't we blow it up or melt it down or whatever? And where is it? That was my first question.
Yeah, and so if we pull out without having neutralized them, then. We will forever be looking over our shoulders and saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, when some foreign terrorist Muslim scumbag country tells us, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Oh, yes, sir, just please, don't develop any nuclear weapons. And, there comes a time, and it's back to that old Winston Churchill quote, you have got to fight. You got to fight when the chances of victory are high until the day comes where you have to fight when the chance of victory is low and maybe even non-existent, because it's better to die than to live as a slave.
Yeah, well.
And we're on the way. And, it's so easy for this old fart to say that.
You're getting very negative, Neil. You're very negative today, sir.
Well, I hate to be look at my commentaries. I think I did 3 commentaries this week on this. I watched these networks go out there. Oh, look at the gas prices. Okay, it's expensive, but do you think that's the big news of the day? Hell no, it's not the big news. But why are you showing us the gas prices? To piss us off.
That's right.
why.
Yeah, that's right.
To twist us around to your Democrat, socialist, radical way of looking at this whole situation.
Yeah. In fact, Jay, was it Pete Hegseth today? I went live again for like an hour or so, and he half of the time he spoke, he was looking at the media and saying, "You're giving headlines that indicate that we've lost." If we read your columns, it's almost you're feeling sorry for the people of Iran that that we lost. We haven't done anything right. It's not working, and now Americans are dying. And he said, "My God, you ought to be celebrating the fact that we're creaming these people, and they're 90% down, and everything's going great." And so I just there's so much hate just because anything involving Donald Trump, half the country's already saying, all negative and hateful, and it's just God, I'm so tired of the division of this. I really am. The division in this. I've never seen anything like this. I didn't feel this way back in the '60s because the protests were legitimate for legitimate causes: women's rights, civil rights for black people, equal pay, getting our teenagers home from Vietnam. I mean, there were causes that, had some, decent reasons for it. This, all the stuff these liberals are doing, the Democrats, trying to get Donald Trump killed and everything, is to divide the country. George Floyd is a freaking issue. Black Lives Matter is an issue. Fascism and Antifa are issues and matters. I mean, all these negative things that are dangerous and violent and anti-American. They have nothing to do with good causes, and that's what's splitting our country apart.
I agree wholeheartedly. I do. Yeah, boy, I'm glad I'm not doing talk radio anymore. I mean, this total of about 40 minutes that I spend live on the air on this station, and you know what? Let's get about 1,000 wood chippers and line them up.
Man, can you imagine?
Line them up along the Iran border, and then we can put beer disposal cans along the turban.
Brutal.
Put your turban here. Hell. We don't want it to clog up the wood chipper.
Oh, mercy. Any last,
Yeah. Let's see how far your body can go into the wood chipper before you stop yelling Allah Akbar.
Oh, mercy.
I'm just terrible. I'm a terrible human being today.
You definitely got a thing going here today, Neil. You're upset.
You know what I was fantasizing about you, Kipper?
I'm not sure I want to know. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was fantasizing about you doing a radio show where the FCC had absolutely no role to play.
Oh, God. Well, there'd be the ball game right there. That's my dream. One, the last day.
Do you remember that sawed-off little 5'8" FCC dork that used to hang around the radio stations in Atlanta?
The FCC guy.
Yeah, he'd come in. He wouldn't come. He wouldn't come into SB over there when I was on the air. I'd call him out. Oh, God, everybody, that little FCC nerd is here again. He's going to have everybody hiding under their desks.
Yeah, well, things are a lot. Things are different than the old days. That's for sure. I'll bet you had to take. Did you ever take the test? FCC third-class radio telephone operator's license.
Boy, that was a big day in my life.
That was
when I got my first third-class radio telephone operator's permit.
Yeah, Pete. I know, Pete. You took that same thing, didn't you? Yeah. And Flounder, I don't think you took that, did you? You didn't have to when you started in radio.
No.
It was gone by then. Yeah.
Hey, Flounder, what's an ohm?
An ohm?
Ohm.
Is that a sound from the signal?
There you go.
That's it.
That's so close.
Yeah. So far away.
A measurement, basically, but you're close. So close.
Okay, now, enough about wood chippers. But
Yes.
I would gladly.
Yeah.
Gladly contribute to buying. Okay, anyway, Christy Nome, I'm not sorry to see her go. That Lewandowski creep, good God.
Yeah, this whole thing is
how much did she spend on that advertising campaign?
$200 million, wasn't it? Something like
That's
that?
what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought, look,
so she can
Kimmer,
ride around on her horses and in front of the,
And getting makeup, excuse me while I lean over from my horse while you touch up my makeup.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, she did a great job of when she did things to crack down. I mean, we needed her there, but she was wrong for the place. It was just, it looked wrong. She was, it was too many personal things. And although, it made sense that she was the face of the crackdown on immigration because she's the director of the department. So, but the fact of the matter is she looked like a bimbo and looked like, she was more concerned about modeling on a runway or something. And I don't know, just the whole thing about it creeped me out.
Why can't people think like this? Let's say, the heck with 200 million. Let's make it 1 million. How many families are there out there?
Yeah, I know.
With a sick child that needs some medical care, or with some mortgage that's behind and they're going to get foreclosed on and kicked out of the house.
Yeah.
How many people are like that or are out there like that in this country? And then a political hack comes along and says, well, I know the people that earned this money could probably use it for other things, like mortgages or medical bills or a new car or car repairs or job training or whatever. I know they could use this money, but since I am such a hotshot, I am going to use the police power of government. And remember, one thing to remember about government, Kimmer, it is the only thing out there that it can achieve its goals through force, legally.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use the police power of government to take money away from these people that could pay bills, get healthy, lose weight, job training, fix their house, repair their car. I'm going to take that money from them, and I'm going to spend it on ads for TV to promote my work as a government hack. And years ago, I proposed in Georgia a law, a regulation that every spending bill that went through the Georgia legislature, every one, if it called for spending money, every Democrat and Republican and goofball or whatever that signed that bill or co-sponsored that bill would have to sign a sworn statement saying, in co-sponsoring this bill or sponsoring it or introducing it, I hereby state that it is my affirmed belief that it is more important for the state of Georgia to seize this money from the person who earned it and spend it on the purposes of this legislation than it is to allow the Georgia taxpayer to keep that money and spend it on their own needs.
That'll go far.
It went this far. It got introduced. It got introduced into the Georgia legislature, and there was a hearing downtown on it. They had a hearing, and it received great response and support. But do you think they ever brought it up for any kind of a vote?
The Speaker of the House, Georgia's not going to let that go.
Oh, hell no.
Those old Tom Murphy back days, probably. Holy smokes.
With Tom Murphy, the seatbelt law exempted pickups. You know why?
Because he had one?
Because Tom Murphy drove a pickup.
Yeah. Neil Boortz, hey, have a great weekend. Hi to the missus, hugs and kisses, and be careful out there, and then go play some golf or something, Neil. Thanks, as always, my friend.
That was yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
well, you can 2 in a row is even better. All right, look out. Got to go. Thank you, Neil Boortz. 431, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounders. Let 'em rip Friday. Here, Friday the 13th.
If you live in Georgia, you already see it. The cars are turning yellow, the pollen is here, and this year, with an earlier and warmer spring projected, it's hitting even sooner. But here's what matters most. It's not just what's outside, it's what your family is breathing inside. Your kids, your pets, you. Your HVAC system doesn't just control the temperature. It circulates the air throughout your entire home. And without proper filtration and purification, that air can carry pollen, dust, and allergens right through every room. Central specializes in whole home air purification systems systems, advanced filtration, humidity control, and high-efficiency carrier systems are designed to support healthier indoor air. When you combine air purification technology with dependable carrier performance, you're creating a cleaner, more comfortable environment for the people who matter most. Right now, you can receive up to $1,700 in rebates plus 60 months 0% financing on qualified systems, making it easier to protect your home before allergy season peaks. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com today. Central Heating and Air, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
Shop in the new 2026 Toyota Tacoma. We'll make sure your move is the one at Marietta Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event now through March 31st. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And if you currently own a Tacoma, Tundra, 4Runner, or Sequoia, you may qualify for $1,000 in loyalty cash towards that new Tacoma, no trade-in required. We've got Tacomas in stock and more arriving. You can choose right now the setup and drive it home. Special APR is available, 4.99% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers. Remember, visit us on Kyle Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. $1,000 loyalty cash available to eligible current owners on selecting Tacoma. No trade-in required. Offer ends 3/31/26. See dealer for details.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true, right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape, and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey, it's Flounder. My wife and I have owned our home for just over a year, and for the past year, we've trusted Dobbs Heating and Air, a local small business that does it right. Right now, Dobbs is offering buy two, get one free on their club membership. 3 HVAC visits for the price of 2. That includes a 21-point inspection, priority scheduling, and savings on repairs and new equipment. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Prevent breakdowns and keep your system running strong. Visit DobbsHVAC.com.
Hello.
Hey, is this Mike Fitzgerald?
No, I think you have the wrong number. Wish I could help you.
Well, you could if you were Mike Fitzgerald.
Who is Mike Fitzgerald?
Mike Fitzgerald is the only realtor I'll talk to because he can sell my house fast for a great price and even in this market.
Yeah, I'm definitely not Mike Fitzgerald.
Oh, I figured that out because Mike Fitzgerald would have sold my house already.
Selling your home? You need Mike Fitzgerald from the Harry Norman Realtors team. Visit brokermike.com or call 678-780-HOME.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
Oh, my. Flounder. We're doing a 4:30 break news music thing. Did you forget, or we changed? Something happened here?
I forgot. We don't put it in on Fridays because Boortz does it. But hold your horses. Hold your horses.
No. It's no. This is good. This is much fun. No. Let's go back to share. I bet we haven't had a chance.
No share.
I haven't got all the stuff because we were doing everything else. I didn't have anything ready for the.
First of all, this is a no-share zone. Secondly, when you talk with Neil, I count that as doing the stories if you guys talk about the story.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
so the 8 stories you sent over earlier today, you and Neil, in the first half of the show, have done 2 of them. And that's counting one you did with him.
I know, yes. That's not good. No, it's not. Well, golly, it's once again, I'm not changing. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 439. Our number is 404-741. I hate the stupid I can't get them set there. Sorry. 404-741-1230. 1230. That feels better. That sounds much better. Sorry. Our birthday list includes Adam Clayton, is 66, U2 bassist. And every time I see Adam Clayton, I think of Adam Clayton Powell. Remember the famous guy, civil rights activist or whatever? Was he a congressman, Adam Clayton Powell? From the 50s, 60s, a year ago. And this guy's named Adam Clayton. And I don't know whether I wonder why Adam Clayton Powell.
Because Clayton is a very popular Irish name, maybe?
Yeah, probably so. Anyway, Adam Clayton, bassist, U2, is 66 years old today. And on this day in history, 1969, Walt Disney's The Love Bug movie came to theaters with a limited release on Christmas Eve in 1968. But the Volkswagen film got its major release on this day in 1969. In fact, Disney wasn't even sure what kind of car would be starring in the movie. When Disney first began working on it back in the early 60s, Volkswagen would not even let Disney use its name or logo in the film. Did you realize that?
I love that film.
The Love Bug. Despite the film's title, the car is never referred to as a bug. The stories of Jim Douglas, a washed-up car racer being reduced to race in demolition derby races. He bought the car. Douglas notices that Herbie, a name his roommate came up with, has a mind of its own. The film starred Dean Jones. Remember Dean Jones? Michelle Lee, the little popsicle girl. She's kind of a firecracker back then, as I recall. Little short, black-haired girl. Real peppy and perky. David Tomlinson and Buddy Hackett. Buddy Hackett talked like this. Like this. Not only did The Love Bug get fairly decent reviews, it was also the second top-grossing movie of 1979. The number 1 movie was Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. Anyway, The Love Bug spawned 4 sequels and a TV series for a while. But that's amazing. Volkswagen wouldn't even let them use the name or logo. And, of course, I bought my wife, my sweet bride, when I came back out of the Marines. We got her the first year of the Super Beetle Volkswagen. A beautiful royal blue with white interior. And she made seat covers, so when we sold the car and traded it in, it looked brand new because no one had ever sat in the seats. Anyway, 441, almost 442, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Boom. It's more. We got newsy stuff here. We got Holy Crap at Sports coming up later. Are the Braves playing today? I didn't even ask. They were on last night.
They just beat the Yankees 7-6.
Oh, excellent. I love it. And golf news. This is the Players tournaments coming up, so we'll talk about a little something there. I forgot. I forgot to. I think I remembered to record it, but I haven't paid any attention to it. I really miss golf too. And if the weather's nice this weekend, I've got to do some birthday stuff and beach getting ready stuff. But I'm going to try to hit some balls as well, and because I really get when the weather's nice, I really get the bug, and I'm having fun just hitting balls. That's enough for me, I guess. Anyway, back to the newsy stuff. The Old Dominion University. We're going to play cut 1 and 7 here, Flounder. Cut number 1 first, coming up here in a second. Old Dominion University, a guy named Mohammed Baylor Jalloh is the guy involved, and he was convicted of supporting ISIS and was sentenced to prison for 11 years and then probation. He got out early, was released in 2024. One of these guys who was allowed in from the Biden administration. And so the special agent, FBI agent in charge of the Norfolk field office, where the Old Dominican University office, with the attack area, that's the agency that would handle it. The FBI agent in charge, Dominique Evans, talked about what this guy was saying and doing when he attacked. Cut number 1, Flounder, if you would, sir.
The FBI is now the lead investigative agency investigating this as an act of terrorism. The shooter has been identified as Mohammed Baylor Jalloh. In 2016, Jalloh was arrested and pled guilty for attempting to provide material support to ISIL, now known as ISIS.
And she went on to talk about the field office and what happened. The people at the university, that he shot 3 people. One of them died, and the one who died was a lieutenant colonel, also helping with the ROTC, or ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps, who were there. And then cut number 7 here, Flounder. The agent in charge, Dominique Evans, described in terms. She should have been more specific, but here you can make out what exactly happened. Cut number 7, Flounder, if you will.
How was he deceased?
How was?
There were students who were in that room that subdued him and rendered him no longer alive. I don't know how else to say it, but they basically were able to terminate the threat.
So he was not shot?
He was not shot.
He shot 3 people?
Correct. We have information that he shot 3 people.
And, of course, the lieutenant colonel was killed. The other 2 were not. But, again, she didn't say. Now, we heard early yesterday that one of the heroes, ROTC students who subdued him, stabbed him.
Yeah.
But she didn't say that here. And why didn't she tell us? I mean, what the hell? What's she hiding? It's not a thing. It's, what happened? And God bless them. And how come we haven't seen those guys? I'd like to see them parading out as freaking heroes. I mean, how come? How come the people in America aren't saying, "God bless you for stopping this freaking idiot from killing more people"?
Hope they mutilated the corpse.
Seriously. Anyway, I'm sorry, Flounder. I know we have phone calls. Do we have time to do them here?
We'll get them when we get back. We got every Friday Susan and Adam, but we'll get them when we get back.
Outstanding. All right. I'm sorry to make you hold on. Bless you, and we'll get right to you. Kim Pete and Flounder, 4:45, beautiful sunny day. Let her rip Friday 13th, for crying out loud. And it's all coming aboard. Here we go. Look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, Neil Boortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Well, if you're putting in somebody's backyard, builders or contractors, Stovall and Company, Paul and the boys, third-generation family, wholesale landscaping supply company, and so much more. Not only irrigation systems and sprinklers and seeds and sod and the beautiful plants and flowers and bushes with things. I mean, it's just spectacular. But if you're putting in a fireplace or the kitchen out by the pool or something, they can help you with that, too. And they specialize in getting there when you need them. If you need it right now, it's probably on the way. And if you need something special, they can tell you where to get it, even if they don't have it. You'll love these folks. StovallInc.com.
Hi, it's Lowe's, here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1 or honestcarguy.com.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422-PLUM.
Attention, extra listeners. Tax season is here. Do you have a retirement tax strategy in place? Because tax planning for retirement is not just about reporting your taxes, it's about planning them. We work with you to create an efficient tax plan to take you through the next stage of life, the next 10 years, 20, 30, and beyond. We'll help keep the golden years golden. Our fiduciary team provides personalized guidance to keep your financial future secure. Don't wait. Plan now for peace of mind. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at masterplanretire.com. Masterplan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
The future of lacrosse starts here. Join the Georgia Swarm in their 10th season for Grow the Game Night, Saturday, March 14th at Gas South Arena. Presented by Singleton Marine. Lacrosse is one of the fastest growing youth sports in America. So join the Swarm this Saturday night to inspire the next generation with fast-paced National Lacrosse League action. The Georgia Swarm is the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets for Saturday, March 14th at 7:30 p.m. Gas South Arena at georgiaswarm.com.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court and won. If you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carr for Georgia.
A little Eric Clapton. We've got a double whammy Eric Clapton today for you. First, part one from 1993. And by the way, we'll give away Hank Williams Jr. tickets after Holy Crap at Sports around 5:35 or so, if you want to join us. There we go. But first, Eric Clapton. started 3 weeks at number 1 in America. The album chart with Unplugged, number 1. This was 1993. And the album Unplugged remains the most successful and best-selling live album ever. Won 2 Grammys at the 35th Annual Awards in 1993. Clapton's best-selling album ever. 26 million copies. The best-selling, most successful live album ever. Wow, I had no idea. Man, I know the songs, but... Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder to the phones. It's Every Friday, Susan. Hey, baby, how's it going? Welcome aboard. What's up?
Happy Friday, 13th. So I have a crazy... It's not even conspiracy. I know I like to delve in those. I have a string of events that I'm going to tell you that are unbelievable.
Okay.
So you were talking about the ODU shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, so back in 1996 when Eric Rudolph bombed Centennial Olympic Park, I was there that night. I had just left about 30 minutes before, and that's when you had a pager. You didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
My phone was blowing up because all my friends knew that I would go down there every night and just kind of absorb in, it was the Olympics.
Yeah.
I was there every single night.
Yeah.
And 911, my pager going off. So I finally called, and they're like, turn on the TV. Of course, I just left maybe 30 minutes before. I was also, a year later, Eric Rudolph, it didn't get a lot of coverage, but he bombed a gay bar called The Other Side. I was pulling into the parking lot about 20 minutes after the bomb went off. The cops were already there. We were going there that night, my friends and I.
Oh, my God.
Now, fast forward. I got 2 more for you. 2 more. That's going to blow your mind. Talking about the ODU, my brother is retired Air Force, Norfolk, Virginia. That's where he raised his 2 sons.
Yeah.
His one son, my nephew Lance, graduated from ODU, but it gets better. He works in medical supply. So he works in the operating room where the surgeons do the operations for like hip and knee replacements and all that.
Yeah.
He not only graduated from ODU, he was at the hospital working when they were bringing the victims in from the shooting just the other day.
Holy cow, at Old Dominion.
So not only did he graduate from there, he was actually at the hospital. And then my other nephew, my brother's other son, was on campus as a student when the Virginia Tech shooting happened in 2007.
Holy moly.
Wrap your head around that. How crazy is that?
Wow.
I started putting it together, and I was just like, could that be right? Holy fuck. Yeah.
Holy moly. Wow.
And just one thing, I have to make a correction to the great Neil Boortz. So he was talking about the cue cards when thugs get arrested.
Yeah.
So he made a mistake when he said, I can't breathe. So you know how when you ask a question?
Yeah.
Well, you don't breathe. I can't breath.
I can't breath, yeah. And remember when King...
I just wanted to make that correction that you can't put I can't breathe if I can't breath.
Good point. Every Friday, Susan, always a pleasure. And hi to Kelly and have a great weekend and be careful out there. Always look forward to every Friday, Susan. Thanks, week. And by the way, remember, King James, a basketball player, after that, they all came out with their shirts and said, I can't breath. Remember that? All showing off, I can't breath on their stupid T-shirts. Anyway, a quick another update, another call.
Real quick, we got Adam in Sandy Springs.
Adam in Sandy Springs on the radio. How you doing, man? What's up?
Hey, happy Friday. Semper Fi. I just want to say real quick, the media loses credibility when they called that Muslim terrorist, the one in Michigan, they called him a driver. They'll never say Islamic terrorism. They always say something like driver or
Michigan man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's so depressing. And then some of the headlines make you try to feel sorry that he lost his 2 brothers in a bombing in Lebanon, and say, yeah, please, his brothers were members of Hezbollah. They should have been killed. Anyway, thanks, Adam.
All right, guys,
I appreciate it, my friend. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And let's see. We got 5:50. We got a minute here. Oh, the Chicago Teachers Union. Now, they've made it official. They are members of the Communist Party. Oh, and speaking of that, and after the 5 o'clock news a bit, we'll get into talk about the mayor of New York, the commie mayor's wife, and how she's helping the cause for Jew haters around the world, too. But first, Chicago Teachers Union is now calling for a one-day shutdown of not only the schools, but also from shopping or working and doing anything, including going to school. The day they have, the Chicago Teachers Union, the day they have picked to shut down shopping, going to school, and working and everything else is May Day. Yeah. May 1st, International Workers' Day. Labor's rights from communists. That's where it began. The maypole. We used to do the ribbons and dance around the maypole and the whole deal.
Well, that was before the communists, but the communists stole it.
Yeah, that's right. Before it became that. It used to be a little flowery thing with boys and girls in kindergarten, you know. And now, they want a day of civic action and defense of public education, claiming that Donald Trump is trying to take away their students by having. Yeah, he is. Yeah, they say public education is facing an unprecedented national assault driven by MAGA politicians, billionaire donors, and corporate interests trying to privatize our schools and ban educators and dismantle civil rights protections and criminalize immigrant families. Oh, my God. Yes, we are. Exactly correct. And for very good reason.
And they chose May Day as a symbol because that's what they are. It's a communist symbol.
The collective,
That's who's teaching your kids.
That's right. There you go. And they're absolutely right, everything they said about it. All right, coming up on 4:58. Flounder, how about a little...
I feel bad for people. It's getting harder to buy stuff. You know, the prices. They're gouging us. That's terrible stuff. The only thing you can gouge are prices and eyes. That's it. That's the only two things. And I wish they would gouge my eyes because I'm tired of seeing these damn prices. And our cost of living is like the highest it's ever been, like in history. Like, we have so many subscriptions. Like, they didn't used to have that. I didn't mean to subscribe to such a hard life. I have iCloud and Dropbox storage. Like, my finances are in disarray. Like, and you gotta like pay to participate now. Like, you gotta go to therapy, you know, otherwise you're like ostracized, you know? You get ostracized for that. People are like, oh, you can't hang out with us unless you bring your inner child. And I like to hang out, so I'm trying to bring him. Like, I'm trying to bring him. I like to hang out. So I go to therapy, and then people are like, oh, well, why are you still strange? It's like, well, because that's another cost. Like, now I can't afford blueberries. Like, that's really what I want. I want blueberries. Like, I got too many oxidants. I need an antioxidant.
I need an oh my God, he's got too many oxidants. He needs an antioxidant. Who's that, Flounder?
That's the weirdo Gavin Matz.
Boy, he is strange.
I'll have to throw that one away.
No, it's amusing, but he's real different. But hey, what the hell? It's entertainment. And that's our job here, by golly, on the FOM of Atlanta. The only radio station in Atlanta that doesn't really suck. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got Holy Crap at Sports, the rest of the news, and we're giving away the Hank Williams tickets coming up after around 5:30 or so after Holy Crap with Pete Davis. Standing by. Here we go. Happy Friday the 13th.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
Charges filed in Virginia. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, as court documents reveal more about the suspect and the gun in yesterday's deadly attack at Old Dominion University, which killed an ROTC instructor.
The Justice Department announcing charges against Kenya Chapman, who's accused of selling a stolen .22 caliber gun to Mohammed Jalloh, a convicted felon who was not allowed to possess a weapon, accused of asking if ROTC members were in classrooms at Virginia's ODU Thursday before shouting Allahu Akbar, then opening fire, killing one and injuring two others, before other students tackled and killed the terror suspect, a naturalized U.S. citizen from West Africa.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Jalloh was a former Army National Guard member who pleaded guilty to ISIS-related charges in 2017, but was granted early release from prison in 2024. The man who rammed a car into a Michigan synagogue yesterday was also a naturalized U.S. citizen from Lebanon.
The individual had recently suffered devastating and personal losses overseas due to an Israeli airstrike on his family's home in Lebanon, leaving two children dead. That grief is real and it's heartbreaking. But let me be clear. That is not an excuse.
Mo Baidoun is the mayor of Dearborn Heights, where the suspect lived. He was killed during yesterday's attack, which remains under investigation. The Pentagon is sending about 5,000 sailors and Marines to the Middle East as Operation Epic Fury continues.
It's not clear how they will be used, but I'm told this gives the commander options. News that the Pentagon had signed off on sending the USS Tripoli was first reported by the Wall Street Journal.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. The State Department now offering a reward of up to $10 million for information on Iran's Revolutionary Guard leaders, including the new Supreme Leader. At least 13 U.S. service members have been killed since the operation began. America is listening to Fox News.
Here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. With Pete Davison, Flounder, and you. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. We'll be giving away tickets to go see Hank Williams Jr. and Sammy Kershaw, among others. I guess probably you have other bands here with him. I don't know. Coming up in June 27th or 6th or something. Whatever that Saturday night is. And we'll do that after around 5:35 or so. Right? We'll break at 5:30. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And again, if you just joined us, I mentioned, I was trying to remember the name of a book yesterday by Michael Connelly. And I had to Google, because he's written 1,000 of them, and it was Void Moon was the book by Michael Connelly. I love Michael Connelly, the crime and detective type writer. And he does a series with the detective Harry Bosch, and he's got a whole thing going. Anyway, Michael Connelly. And the book that I really loved when I read it, a great beach read, it's fairly short, Void Moon, V-O-I-D, Void Moon. And it's and it's got hot chick stuff in it, people in and stuff like that, too. In fact, and the other thing is I celebrated today, I found something new, Hawaiian Punch in little bottles. I haven't had Hawaiian Punch since I was a kid. I bought a thing of Hawaiian Punch in 50, 60 years.
Do you read the ingredients?
Let's see. Sugar, glucose, more sugar, sodium, sugar, sodium, sugar, and
the sugar,
sugar juice.
Diabetes.
I don't care. I love it. And I freeze it. I just discovered, because I've been mixing my own between, fruit punch and lemonade, and then grape drink and lemonade, so I do my own mixes. And I realized, oh my God, I saw fruit punch, Hawaiian Punch today in these little teeny bottles, which are great, real handy to throw in the car in the cooler if you're driving somewhere or whatever. And by the way, at the store, and again, I try not to be grumpy about this, and I mentioned the other day, and we'll get to the news here in a second, that I've changed. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to drag myself into the new freaking technology of the world. And so I've actually used those stupid self-checkout counters when I go to Publix. And today I have to go on Friday. I don't have to, but I try to go on Fridays because I want to buy the carrots for Saturday morning when I go to the stable, but I want to cut them up before I leave. So I don't want to have to go to the store Saturday and then cut up the carrot. I put them in special little chunks. So I buy them Friday and put them in the refrigerator so I can take care of that before I go to the stable on Saturday. Anyway, so I went to the store today, and I had to get like 20 things. I had to get, some juice bottles and stuff for my treats, my stuff. And I get to the Publix. There's one cash register open. One human running one cash register. And there was a woman putting her stuff on the counter. And she must have had 60 items. And there was one woman behind her with a cart overflowing. So I'm going, well, I'm not going to stand it. I'll be there for an hour. So I go to the self-checkout, and I kind of complain because I got a lot of things, like things I had to find the tag on, vegetable or stuff, the various things that are kind of weird, and I don't really like it, and I kind of said something to this poor little teenage girl who's hovering over him around, make sure I don't steal anything. And that, by the way, that's the other thing. If you've got a bunch of stuff in your cart, when you go to Ding and they write it, that's $2.99 or whatever, then if you have to put it in a bag, and you can't put it in your cart because then they'll think you're not doing it again the second time or something. You know what I mean? So it's hard to put them all over the counters and then put them in after you get all the stuff in a cart over. I don't like it.
Okay. People figured this out. They started having these in 1980, okay? They've pretty much figured out how to do the self-checkout. This is not some great mystery that you're solving.
I'm in it. I'm doing it, and so I'm just admitting that I'm changing.
Once you start doing it, you'll never do it any other way.
I know. It's just whatever. All right, 507. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We're going to play number 2 and 3 here. Flounder cuts here today. Pete Hegseth. And again, he's following in Donald Trump's footsteps. He's going live every day. And again, Raisin Kane, the general. The two of them, Hegseth and General Kane, were there together for an hour or two or whatever it took. They just go live. They say, here's what we're doing. What do you took questions? I mean, it was unbelievable. And a lot of the time, Hegseth was telling the media, you people ought to start reporting it. In fact, I just watched Fox News, and they had all the Democrats saying, well, we haven't won anything. What are we doing there? We haven't done anything. One after another. Well, this is just Donald Trump's insanity. In fact, one of those scumbag Democrat senators said he was just an angry, senile old man or something. What is it? I mean, my God. Compared to who? Biden? I mean, seriously. And by the way, when's the last time you saw anybody in the Biden administration meeting the press every single day to talk about what's going on in the world?
No, it was all secret because we didn't know who was running it. And they didn't want you to know who was running
didn't want you
or
to
what
know.
They were doing.
Didn't want you to know. Seriously. Okay, Pete Hegseth today, he was talking about the new baby cockamamie, apparently. Cut number 2 here, Flounder. He may not even be alive, but if he is alive, he's probably not in pretty good shape. Flounder, cut number 2 if you would, sir.
We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity. Iran has plenty of cameras and plenty of voice recorders. Why a written statement? I think you know why. His father, dead. He's scared, he's injured, he's on the run, and he lacks legitimacy. It's a mess for them.
Pete Hegseth reiterated this will be the highest volume of bombing attacks that America's ever put since he is over the skies of Iran and Tehran in particular. Donald Trump says we're destroying their terrorist regime. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, missiles, drones, everything they're testifying. And then Donald Trump says, watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today, unquote, Donald Trump. Cut number 3, Flounder, Pete Hegseth saying, here we go. We're taking out all kinds of stuff over there in Iran.
Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. Their missile volume is down 90%. Their one-way attack drones yesterday, down 95%. And as the world is seeing, they are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with. We have been dealing with it and don't need to worry about it. We're on plan to defeat, destroy, disable all of their meaningful military capabilities at a pace the world has never seen before.
And yet, one after another Democrat saying we haven't accomplished anything, we should get out of there. I mean, it's just, typical. And again, I think it was the Wall Street Journal. I heard one of the guys coming in today were talking about the commentary saying, hey, Democrats, you don't have to automatically hate everything Trump does. I mean, I think it was even the Wall Street Journal saying, you might want to just, do things that are maybe good for the country, and this is maybe a good thing for the country, instead of just everything that happens by Trump is therefore bad. I mean, that's...
I remember a time when I was growing up that, of course, Republicans and Democrats disagreed, but there were a lot of times they agreed on something.
Yeah. Well, you could even you could go to a parade. You could go to the 4th of July parade, and you would have Democrats and Republicans being able to, march. And I mean, this is what's happened here is just outrageous.
Because country was first. Now it's party.
Right. Well, in fact, let's do this. A quick story here. And when it was going on in New York City with the commie Mamdani, his first lady is Rama Duwaji. We'll call her Rama, the first lady. That's Ramadama Bing Bong. That's the first lady of New York. She's a Jew hater, and she works with a woman, a publisher, a writer named Susan somebody. And they have a latest issue of a political magazine, and the mayor's wife did the illustration for this magazine. And the magazine is the article is a woman, a staunch critic of Israel, and she says this about the Israelis. Let's see. It was always about stealing more of our land by these Jews. Nothing is ever enough for these rootless, soulless ghouls. She said 500 years of Gaza City is being obliterated by a 77-year-old cultureless, rootless human aberration in the form of a manufactured nation. We live in the time of Jewish supremacist demons. Pro-Israeli commentators are lying Jewish supremacist cockroaches. Loyal Zionists described Israelis as demonic parasites, sons of Satan, and Jewish supremacist vampires. And to that publication, the mayor of New York's wife illustrated the article as part of her friend thing here. And the mayor says, well, she's private citizen. Private citizen. Wait a minute. Private citizen. This is these Jew haters aren't even hiding it. Oh my God! All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Holy Crap in Sports. They're giving away tickets to Hank Williams and Kennesaw thing there. What's coming up after 5:30? Look out! Here we go. Sammy Kershaw. There you go.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Well, I love tax time because it means more things I can put in my safe. If you don't have a safe, Atlanta Safe House got one for you. Of like Marco saying, 500 of them right now at their new location. They moved to Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And not only tax time documents, but example yesterday, when I lost my wallet, I found it a couple hours later thanks to a nice neighborhood lady. But if you don't have someplace safe to keep stuff, if you lose your wallet, your credit card numbers, your driver's license numbers, all that, your Social Security card, if you keep it in your wallet, which you probably shouldn't anyway. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff, as well as guns, firearms, bows and arrows, jewelry, cash, legal documents, living wills like I have where my kids know where to get that, and medical records, which I found out the hard way when the Biden VA screwed me when I was down in Florida. That's my fault. I didn't have them because I didn't have a safe down there. Well, anyway, Atlanta Safe House take care of it for you. And by the way, if you have a safe that's broken, they can fix it. They're never going to give out your master reset code either. You can trust them. They care about your rights as much as they care about keeping your stuff safe. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for. no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
It's the hardest working part of your home, your garage door. When it fails, you need someone you can trust. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. When the largest and most important opening of your home breaks, don't hire a schmo. Call the local name you know, All Four Seasons. Ask your neighbors. We offer upfront pricing, free estimates on all major brands, and 24/7 service. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Shop in the new 2026 Toyota Camry. Psst, come here. Make your move right now during Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event now through March 31st. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. And you can buy with confidence. Marietta Toyota is a BBB A+ rated business with a 4.6-star Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. Right now, we've got strong Camry inventory, so you can choose the trim and color you actually want. Special APR is available as well on new 2026 Camrys, 4.99% APR for 72 months for well-qualified buyers. Visit us on Cop Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium, Marietta Toyota. Since 1975, we've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 3/31/26. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Stovall & Company is a locally owned and operated family business that has been around for 75 years, offering quality wholesale landscape supplies to North Georgia. We just opened our 11th location in Canton, Georgia at 9500 Union Hill. Stovall provides contractors with personalized expert service from special requests to direct job site delivery for hassle-free jobs and quality relationships at competitive prices. From plants to irrigation to hardscapes, Stovall truly has it all. Check us out at StovallInc.com.
Well, this was the day in 1961. Pablo Picasso married his model. Pablo Picasso in 1961 was 77 years old. His model was 37. I can still stroke that brush, though. Only crap at sports with Pete Davis.
She kept his pencil sharp.
Exactly, yes, sir. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Braves hosting the Yankees this afternoon and won 7-6. Didier Fuentes started pitching 3 hitless innings, 5 strikeouts. He looked good, 97 miles per hour. He looked great, much better than last year.
Excellent.
Ozzie Albies back in the lineup after coming back from the World Baseball Classic. He batted second, went 1 for 3 with a double. Atlanta jumping out 4-0 in the bottom of the first. Mauricio Dubon helping the cause.
1-0 to Dubon, and he strikes one well to deep left field, up into the breeze, back to the wall, and gone! His first home run of the spring, he just bashed that thing to the beach, and it's 1-0 Braves.
Ben Ingram painting the picture on 680 The Fan up right there. They went into the top of the ninth with a 7-1 lead. Ian Mejia came in and gave up 5 runs without even getting it out.
Yikes.
Before Blaine Abeda came in and closed it out. Mejia's ERA is now 45.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
USA versus Canada tonight. Loser goes home in the World Baseball Classic. Former Braves right-hander Michael Soroka to start for the Great White North. Logan Webb for us. Now, U.S. Olympic hockey hero champion Jack Hughes called Team USA and gave him a pep talk. The game is in Houston tonight at 8 o'clock, and Bobby Witt Jr. is leading off. Aaron Judge batting third. At 6:30 tonight in Miami, Korea takes on the Dominican Republic. Georgia fans are going to get a complex about Ole Miss. Already this year, the Rebels football team eliminated UGA from the playoffs. Last night, the Mississippi basketball team kicked UGA out of the SEC tournament 76-72.
All right, come on now,
in
guys.
Nashville.
There you go. Ole Miss right there with the old bag.
Like, this is our moment in the sun.
there
Please,
you go.
let's have this.
Enjoy it.
Sometimes progress is not really progress. Just because it's new and shiny doesn't make it right. The Big 12 basketball conference is getting rid of that LED lit-up court that was literally causing migraines and near epileptic seizures by the players. They're going to go back to the old hardwood floor for the remainder of their tourney. Some of the players complained about it being slippery. I guarantee you within 4 or 5 years, everybody's going to be using one of these things.
Really? Yeah,
that's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
Texas Tech star Christian Anderson, projected as the number 16 pick in ESPN's most recent NBA mock draft, fell and injured his groin in the second half of the loss yesterday to Iowa State, and he kind of blamed the floor for it. So we'll see.
There you go.
March Madness is upon us. I've already signed up for the Harris Cherokee bracket. I hope you have too.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'll have to get that.
Well, it's it was emailed to you. If you just check your
no one
work email.
It tells me if I have a work email, so I don't.
How much money is going to be bet on college ball this year? College basketball. How much you think it's going to?
Of the whole thing of college basketball, God, $7 million.
Higher.
$14 million.
Higher.
$82 million.
Higher.
$800 million.
Higher.
Oh, now you're being ridiculous. $4 billion.
$3.3 billion expected to be bet on the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments with U.S. sports books. That's a little more than last year. That is nearly double the amount estimated would be wagered on Super Bowl 60. Estimate is centered on the amount wagered at licensed sports books in 40 states and D.C. that have launched legal betting markets. It does not include the amount traded on college basketball and the increasingly popular prediction markets like Kalshi or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And they're nearly $1.9 billion was traded on college basketball games last month, and Kalshi was leading at $395,000 per game.
And these are legal bets we're talking?
Yes.
This isn't underground guys in the garage.
It's not a bet. It's kind of like a stock market.
Yeah.
You're like trying to predict and stuff like that.
Well, didn't they get in trouble trying to predict when the Iranian mullah would be assassinated and they wouldn't pay the money or something? Because I don't know.
Really?
It's that new betting service or that prediction service.
Huh.
Yeah.
Last season, 39 million publicly available men's and women's brackets were submitted. 39
million. Oh, man.
The Hawks have now won 8 in a row, beating New Jersey last night in the Farm, 108-97. Jalen Johnson, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Yeah. They're off tonight. Now in 8th place, the Hawks are now tied with the 76ers in the East. Heat coach Eric Spoelstra says sorry but not sorry for helping Bam Adebayo get 83 points the other night, despite catching some heat, pun intended, that he violated the memory of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I saw criticism of that. What is that really a thing? Are we supposed to keep Kobe Bryant sacred or so? I mean, hell, when they gave Will Chamberlain 100 points, they just kept feeding him the ball. I know. I mean, so
it was a different time. It was and he was much bigger than everybody else. That was a man among boys.
Yeah,
at that
that's
point.
for sure.
New Falcons GM Ian Cunningham said the quiet part out loud. New quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will compete with Michael Penix Jr. for the starting job. And here's what he said.
There
Flounder.
we go, Flounder.
He said it right now. This is what
Flounder.
This
Flounder.
is where he was going to say it.
Flounder.
He said it.
I got a little.
Kevin talked to him. I talked to his agent. When we knew that this was the direction we're going, it's just, again, you don't want to blindside somebody, and that's just how we operate, right?
Like we
want to have open conversations and communication, and I feel like we did that in regards to Michael and Tua.
All right, then.
Okay.
And the lessening has begun. That strange, mysterious way NFL players' worst illegal activities seem to somehow disappear or get downgraded. It's already begun in the troubled case of Falcons' James Pierce Jr.
Oh,
The Miami-Dade state attorney brought 4 charges against the edge rusher yesterday in relation to the February 7th incident involving the WNBA player Ricky Jackson. The 22-year-old charged with 3 felonies, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, fleeing and eluding police, and resisting an officer with violence to his or her person. A 4th arrest charge of felony aggravated stalking was changed to a misdemeanor.
Here we go.
But an arrest charge on aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer was dropped. Gee, isn't that the one which brings a mandatory 5-year prison sentence if found guilty in the state of Florida?
Against
I
a
wonder how
cop?
that one got past Lady Justice. Isn't that amazing how that
really
continuously happens? Anyway, all kinds of stuff going on here. Jackson plays for the LA Sparks, filed an injunction for a protective order against Pierce on February 9th, saying she's in fear of her life, saying James will kill me. She wrote that he verbally and physically abused me on more than one occasion, threatened to kill, harm, and injure her, and to place a bag over her head. The court granted her initial request for protection. A permanent injunction hearing is set for April 21st. He could have killed her by then.
God, this is unbelievable.
I don't understand how this keeps going on. Pierce is under order not to have contact with her or come within 500 feet of her home or place of employment or 100 feet from her vehicle. Pierce maintains his innocence and urges the public to understand that while allegations have the power to shape a narrative, that is hardly a full, complete story here. It's on video, dude. The Falcons declined comment to ESPN. Police in Florida responded to at least 7 other 911 calls made involving Pierce and the ex-girlfriend.
Doesn't have a father or a brother or an ex-boyfriend?
He's bigger than all of them. He's bigger than all of them.
He's not bigger than a 50 caliber Smith & Wesson Hunter either.
That's true. Seahawks General Manager John Schneider says he believes Washington State's new income tax on high earners will eventually have a negative impact on the team's ability to sign free agents. That goes for the Mariners, too, and the Kraken and all the rest of them. Yeah. Lawmakers this week passed Washington's first income tax. They call it the millionaire tax, a 9.9% tax on annual income more than $1 million.
You know, we're supposed to be going the other way, aren't we? Of these freaking liberals,
there.
man. State of Washington.
They got to pay Antifa and other things they have there. Former Arizona quarterback Kyler Murray signed a one-year deal with Minnesota. And former Jaguars running back Travis Etienne signed with the Saints. But now says we've been saying his name wrong all these years. It is not Etienne, it's Achane. Travis Achane.
Achane, okay.
Whatever.
Fine.
1894 on this date, J.L. Johnstone of England invented the starting gate for horse racing. What did they do before then? Just mill about?
No, they had a string, a line, a rope. And they would have the horses' noses on the rope, and they would let the rope bing, and off they go.
All right. 1915, Brooklyn Dodgers manager Wilbert Robinson, thinking he could catch a baseball drop from an airplane, surprised when the ball explodes against his chest. He yells, "Help me, lads, I'm covered with my own blood." Robinson then embarrassingly realizes the baseball was actually a grapefruit. Legend has it that Casey Stengel was behind the prank, but the pilot, a woman named Ruth Law, pioneer, substituted part of her lunch when she realized she had forgot to bring the baseball.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. 1953, on the day that will become known as Black Friday in Boston, Lou Perini announced he will seek permission from the National League to move his franchise to Milwaukee. The Braves owner cites low attendance as the reason for relocating a club that had been in New England for 82 years.
That's really something there.
Wow. 1954, Braves Bobby Thompson breaks his ankle sliding into a base. Who is he replaced by?
Bobby Thompson shot heard around the world, replaced by Tinkers, Evers, and Dam. No, that's not quite right.
That'd be Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron, of course. I should have known that.
1960, the NFL Chicago Cardinals moved to?
Chicago Cardinals made to St. Louis.
That's right, St. Louis. 1983, SEC men's basketball tournament. Georgia beat Alabama 86-71. And 5 years later, Kentucky beat Georgia 62-57. 1999, Evander Holyfield, the father of our city, and Lennox Lewis fight each other to a split draw after 12 rounds in one of the most controversial decisions in boxing history. 2005, ACC men's basketball tourney. Number 3, Duke beat Georgia Tech 69-64. Yes, Virginia, Georgia Tech used to play in the postseason.
Yes, indeed.
2008, joining Garth Brooks and Tom Selleck as celebs who have appeared in the spring exhibition game. Billy Crystal strikes out in the first inning as the Yankees' leadoff batter. The comedian signed a one-day contract with the Bronx Bombers, wore number 60 to honor his 60th birthday tomorrow. Cool. 2022, after a 40-day retirement, record-breaking quarterback Tom Brady announced he will play at least one more season in the NFL with the Buccaneers. It ends up breaking up his marriage.
Yeah.
Birthdays in this date, 1972, Trent Dilfer, quarterback, won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, played for the Bucs, born in Santa Cruz, California.
54 years old.
2017, we lost Ed Whitlock, Canadian athlete, the first person 70 years or older to run the marathon in less than 3 hours. He did it in 2:59:10 back in 2003. He died on this date in 1986.
Wow.
And also on this date, Joe Pepitone passed away in 2023. First baseman mainly for the Yankees. Also, I believe the Cubs. Three-time All-Star, three-time Gold Glover. Won a World Series for the Yanks in 62. Died at the age of 82. In Jim Bouton's book, Ball 4, it is disclosed that Pepitone was the first ball player to bring a hairdryer into the locker room.
That's right.
What did they do to him because of it?
I don't remember.
They put baby powder in.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Joe Pepitone.
Who was bald later.
Yeah. Cool. By the way, my first marathon I ran took me 4.5 hours, but I never stopped. I popped
with the women?
I popped I popped a tendon in my right leg and had to run one-legged stiff leg for 13 miles.
What'd you do that for?
I was in such pain. I've never felt pain like that in my life.
You would have been much faster if you hadn't popped your tendon.
I know. I was in pain. I was in agony for 10 days. I mean, seriously, I could barely walk. And then I did it again 4 months later, like an idiot. All right, 5:31, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
Masochist is what you are.
I told you, I do things. My name was Kim. They gave me a girl's name, and I have to do stuff like that. I'm serious. I'm happy. I'm nuts. I'm sorry. Look out. There we go.
The president has drawn a clear line. Law and order must come first, and surrendering to mob pressure just invites more chaos. As these complicated stories unfold, you need the most trusted local and national voices of Extra 106.3 to make sense of it all. And most importantly, how it affects your family and your community. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
I'm Rick Jackson. My dad abandoned us. My mom was an alcoholic, so I left the projects. Shoe shining, ticket scalping, vacuum sales. I found purpose in work and built a $3 billion business. Like President Trump, I don't owe anybody anything. And like you, I'm sick of career politicians. I'm running for governor to lead America in criminal deportations, to cut income taxes in half, freeze our insane property taxes, reform the system so that anyone who can work will work, and not just sit around binge watching Netflix and eating Cheetos. I'll let law enforcement do their job. And if you're caught helping a child change their sex, you're going to jail. I'm Rick Jackson, and I'll get these done. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Hi, it's Los, here with Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. Tom, you are changing the way people are buying their next pre-owned car or truck. How are you doing it?
You know, Los, we found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee.
How do you prove that?
We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal.
How much can people save when they buy their next vehicle with the Honest Car Guy?
I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, in a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000. But it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%, or really it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. The Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car.
Folks, if you want to save thousands on your next pre-owned car or truck, try the Honest Car Guy. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or honestcarguy.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog and our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check them out online at atlturfgo.com.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagan was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagan, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagan. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagan-law.com.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Dio and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, "I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help." We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit stopmyed.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at stopmyed.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Attention Warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Alliance Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Alliance Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on Extra 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Alliance Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarrioralliance.org for more information.
Well, quite a story here. On this day in 1965, blues British guitarist Eric Clapton leaves the Yardbirds. Now, in the 60s, that might not have been much more than a footnote, but this became a complicated game of musical chairs in British blues rock. Clapton walked out on the Yardbirds, changed the course of his own career. The Yardbirds would pass through their significant futures of their own. Through the various groups they would later form, influence, join, and quit. Three guitar heroes, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, and Jimmy Page, would shape more than a decade's worth of rock and roll. Eric Clapton was 18 when he joined the Yardbirds in 63, after the group took over for the up-and-coming Rolling Stones as a house band at London's Crawdaddy Club. Like many English musicians, Clapton was interested in American blues, and he was a puritist about it to quit the Yardbirds when they drifted from blues toward experimental pop with their early hit, For Your Love. Clapton recommended as his replacement his friend Jimmy Page, then an enormously successful session musician, but Page said no. So the Yardbirds hired Jeff Beck. He would serve as the group's lead guitarist during the most successful and influential period. In 66, when another of the Yardbirds' original members quit, Page agreed to join the group, teaming with Beck in a twin guitar attack for a brief period before Beck was fired later that year. Page would be the final lead guitarist for the Yardbirds, who essentially disbanded in 1968, and he would go on to found the rock band Led Zeppelin. What a story. Jeez. 540, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. A couple of sports birthdays here, Pete Davis. Tristan Thompson is 35, played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He has two kids with Khloe Kardashian. Tristan Thompson, fit 35. Tristan Thompson, 35, with Khloe Kardashian. Two kids.
Who in the NBA doesn't have a kid with Khloe
Well,
Kardashian?
that's another issue. Anybody who hasn't, no, raise your hand, sorry. Also, Coco, the hideous little commie, Coco Gauff. Tennis girl is 22. She hates Donald Trump as much as anybody, I guess, probably. And most of what America stands for, apparently. The whiny little snot. 22. Well, seriously, I'm just, screw her. Seriously, a whiny little snot.
That's why I didn't even mention her.
Yeah,
to
entitled.
Me, she doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, we need to call her out. She's an entitled, snotty little snot who's, just can't appreciate what she'd been given.
No.
And one more. Michaela Schifrin. Is 31, Olympic alpine skier and ESPY winner for best female athlete. Michaela Schifrin, something of a looker.
We're playing Canada tonight in baseball.
Yeah.
You know what the Canadians are wearing in batting practice?
Canadians wearing a batting practice. Probably a hockey uniform or something, or what?
Hockey jerseys.
Are they? I was just guessing.
So, hey,
I can see that. I mean,
if they want to continue their losing tradition, just go ahead.
I know. I mean, she rubbed their face on. I mean, this ought to be funny.
If we lose to them.
Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, that would, please. No, we can't. No, run away. We can't lose. Flounder, do we have a contest going here?
Yes, we do. If you want to plug the number, we do have two callers. We got Joel and Howard. We'll get up, but plug the phone number if you don't mind, sir.
Right. This is for tickets in June at the Ameris Park Amphitheater for Hank Williams Jr. and Sammy Kershaw, among others. And our number is 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And Pete's got a question. And if you answer it correctly, you will win the tickets to Hank Williams and Sammy Kershaw. Flounder, who's our first contestant here, sir?
All right, our first contestant is Mr. Joel.
Joel, you're on the radio. What you got? Here's Pete Davis. Here you go, sir. Well, here we go.
Okay, I could have gone two ways. I could go the nice way, or I could go the not so nice way. I decided to be nice today. It's Friday.
Okay, sir. All right, sir.
1980, Hank Williams Jr. came out with a song about an animal. What animal was it?
1980, a song about an animal. Hank Williams Jr. What song was that?
I'm going to say it's a dog.
A dog?
No, not a dog. Not a dog. That's a good guess. Good guess.
Sorry, man. Flounder, we have a second contestant here.
We got Howard.
Howard, you're on the radio. And Pete, once again, your question, sir. Go ahead and ask a question again, in case you didn't.
1980, Hank Williams Jr. came out with a song on one of his albums, or the album that year. His song was about an animal. That's the name of the song. What animal?
All right, sir. Howard?
About dinosaur?
Dinosaur is correct, sir.
I do not remember the dinosaur song. What a great answer. He's a pretty fast Googler, I can tell you that right now. Either way. Hey, Howard, congratulations. Now, are you a big Hank Williams fan?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all very much for
You're quite welcome. Are you a particular Hank Williams fan, or just like country music, or what?
Oh, this is a Hank Jr. state. He's very popular in the state.
Oh, that's for sure. I've just wondered about your own self.
Sir.
You've been a fan for a long time, I'll bet you.
My whole life, yeah.
I'll be darned. Well, Howard, congratulations. We'll put you on hold. Don't hang up. And please call us after the concert in June and tell us how you liked it. Will you do that?
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
man. All right, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Put you on hold, and I think he's very happy with those tickets. Good.
He is.
Outstanding. Well, good for you.
The bad question was, he came out with a song a few years later about something he did in Denver.
Something he did in Denver. Climb the Rockies?
No, he OD'd in Denver.
Oh, my. Well, that would be bad. Yikes. Let's see. It's 5:44 already. A couple of quick update things. Vice President well, this is amazing. Pete Hegseth went live with Raising Cane the General today for a couple hours. And now Pete Hegseth was giving a speech and talking to people in North Carolina. And he was asked about Donald Trump's plans for the future of Iran and everything else. And he said, well, this VP, Vice President said, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not going to show up here in front of God and everybody else and tell you exactly what I said in that classified room to the president, partly because I don't want to go to prison, and partly because I think it's important for the president to be able to talk to his advisors without them running their mouth to the American people. No leaking stuff for him. And by the way, one more kind of an update here on this water war. According to some experts being quoted now, Iran is deploying explosive-laden drone boats disguised as wooden fishing vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. A move that signals, he says, a new phase of hybrid maritime warfare in that critical shipping lane. The flagged oil tanker was struck, received confirmation it was attacked by an uncrewed surface vehicle, and the crew had been evacuated to shore. So apparently one of the boats that was set on fire was hit by one of these fake fishing boat drone boats. Remote-controlled explosive boats in the Gulf. Attacks on foreign vessels. And again, to me, I don't know why we didn't just close everything. I don't know why we just take it over. I don't know why we can't stop anything from happening in the Straits of Hormuz. But again, obviously it can't be done because the drones, I guess, can get through too easily and we can't find where they're shot. I'd have thought that'd be the first thing. That would have been the first thing. But again, he had to act quickly, and so I guess he didn't have time to figure it out. I don't know. We'll see. God, 5:46 already. Holy cow. Another Flounders Funny coming up here shortly. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. And also some news on Livy Dunn is going to work. And I got a couple of things here. All right, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, Neil Boortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guests are Director of Operations for A Second Chance Monitoring, Lindsay Schmidt, and Director of Operations for A Second Chance Bail Bonds, Jesse Fellebaum. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So, you had a long day. You decided to stop for a cocktail on the way home. The next thing you know, you had one too many and you just got pulled over. You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. A Second Chance can get you or a loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a matter of hours. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Get help now. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT, or contact them online at atlbail.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Ventrac. Got hills, heavy brush, or tough terrain that's slowing you down? Howard Brothers has a solution. Ventrac mowers. Built for steep slopes and demanding terrain where traditional equipment struggles, Ventrac is engineered to handle the hard jobs. And with more than 30 available attachments, it's not just a mower, it's a year-round machine. Schedule your demo with Howard Brothers today and see what Ventrac can do for you.
The future of lacrosse starts here. Join the Georgia Swarm in their 10th season for Grow the Game Night, Saturday, March 14th at Gas South Arena. Presented by Singleton Marine. Lacrosse is one of the fastest growing youth sports in America. So join the Swarm this Saturday night to inspire the next generation with fast-paced National Lacrosse League action. The Georgia Swarm is the South's home to professional lacrosse. Get your tickets for Saturday, March 14th at 7:30 p.m. Gas South Arena at georgiaswarm.com.
Hey, it's Kimmer. Let me ask you something. When you paid your health insurance bill this month, did you think, how am I supposed to keep paying this and I don't even use it? Feels like a waste of money. Well, that's where a lot of people are right now. It's too expensive, but you can't afford to not have it. So what are you supposed to do? Well, that's where my guy Steven comes in, the health insurance doctor. He does this every day. That's why they call him the health insurance doctor. He'll look at what you have and tell you straight if there's a better way. Here's an example. This is true. One family was paying over $3,000 a month. Now it's around $1,200 without sacrificing coverage. Does not happen for everybody, but shows it's possible. And yes, there are plans with PPO networks, no deductible options, year-round enrollment. Anybody can sit around and just complain about their premiums all year, but not everybody can do something about it. My friend Steven, health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. You could be saving money before you even know it. The health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done, Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Opioids can start as a prescription for pain, but misuse can happen quickly, and addiction doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone. Take medications only as prescribed. Never share them and store and dispose of them safely. If you or someone you love is struggling, help is available. Call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Prevention starts with awareness. Learn more at georgiaopioidhelp.org. Sponsored by the Georgia Opioid Crisis Abatement Trust.
How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let it rip Friday the 13th. And there's no such thing as bad luck. You make your own luck, I think. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 551. Our birthday list includes William H. Macy. William H. Macy is 76. He was Frank Gallagher on the Showtime series Shameless. I used to watch that. That little black-haired chick was pretty hot. I liked her a lot. Anyway, Frank Gallagher on Showtime Shameless. William H. Macy, 76. Also, obviously, astoundingly great role on Fargo. Boogie Nights. Man, he had a tough role in that one, too, with a wife who was, doing things for everybody else.
Jeez, here, I'm trying to work with you.
That's right, sir. Yeah, I am cooperating.
Here, but...
also, a great role in Seabiscuit. Played the reporter, the radio reporter on Seabiscuit. Another great role. And Jurassic World. Anyway, William H. Macy, 76. And let's see. What I was going to say. Kathy Hilton. Oh, Danny Masterson. Former star of That 70s Show. Remember this? Danny Masterson's 50. He's now a convicted rapist serving 30 years. Remember when that thing broke? I mentioned Livy Dunn. She is going to work. Livy Dunn, the former national championship-winning LSU gymnast and well-known social media activist and on TV all the time and very often quoted because of her comments about girls and boys and sports and so forth. Well, she's going to be on Baywatch. Fox is redoing Baywatch, getting cast as a highly enthusiastic junior lifeguard named Grace. It'll mark Livy Dunn's first foray into acting. She said it's time to get to work on social media. She's been taking acting classes. And the 23-year-old superstar gymnastics stunning beauty is 23 years old, and she's dating baseball superstar Paul Skeens. I wonder if wouldn't that be amazing if the two of the most probably beautiful, athletically talented superstar personalities are dating, and what are the chances, you suppose, of them getting together, getting married, and living a life of 60 years together as a married couple? Love to see it. Anyway, 554. Holy cow. Oh, this is kind of cool. A woman went on social media with a gimmick. She wanted to find out the latest thing is that women will go to Home Depot looking for men. Because they want, guys who are, old-fashioned can fix things and do things around the house and, old-fashioned men type guy. And they say that that's a good place for women to go to see if they can meet men who might be interesting to them. Well, this one woman named Caroline Rickey is a lifestyle creator with these social media trends, and she's pretty hot. In fact, she's very hot. So she did two things. She went to Home Depot, and she wore the sexiest little black dress and sauciest sandals, it says here, for one reason, and went right to the hardware hub, and she said, my slutty outfit was met with more apprehension than flirtation. Nobody's helping me. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. I put on the whole outfit, and no one's even offering me any help. Even like Home Depot, single women flocking in the hopes of scoring a husband. Now, some are saying, the blessing of beauty is actually a curse in a lot of ways. It's hard to have a solid relationship if you're a knockout. Well, she went back to Home Depot the next time in a sweatshirt and basketball long shorts and dumped her mini dress and looked like just a woman, looking for something in hardware. Well, she caught the eyes and compliments, too. She was fawned over by an unidentified female staffer who called her pretty and beautiful and gorgeous. She got a high-value store coupon from a male guy who worked there. She said, "This is my lucky day," found $60 on the ground. She says, "They're treating me better because they're not intimidated. You're more approachable that way. You're already beautiful. Your dressing down isn't going to change that. It's a girl next door vibe." But again, she said,
yes, that's what they. If you're working in a hardware store, you're going to go for the girl next door more than you're going to go for the beauty queen.
Absolutely. And by the way, did you hear what the former boss at Meta, Sheryl Sandberg, she's now blasting this new tradition called trad wife, where women want to be homemakers and want to stay at home and so forth. She says, trad wives, it's a term to describe a subculture of female online creators. It's going to be a traditional movement from women. It's going to be sexist all over again. You have to have 6 children, detrimental to women. It's going to be very, very sexist. You're not harming your marriage. You're harming your children by working and being ambitious. Well, really? So women should be demanding careers. How about the case of where a successful, devoted, and generous, supportive husband says, "Oh yeah, you want to start a career? Great, I'll get it set for you." Gets her all started, gets a new career, and then all of a sudden, golly, with all the new guys and the new work and the whole thing, suddenly the career is a little more of a little exciting thing to go to than the guy back home. Oh, what's his name?
Do you know somebody that happened to?
Yeah, golly, it's all of a sudden you don't measure up anymore. Gee, hey, by the way, I was looking up the facts. Did you realize that in America today, there are 40 million Americans, 40 million Americans in their 70s and 80s and 90s who were single and living alone?
In their 70s?
70s, 80s, over 70. 40 million people in 70s, 80s, living alone.
Did they finally kill the spouse?
Just like me. No, they finally, when things happen, and anyway. All right, 5:57. All right, holy cow. One more Flounders Funny. It's right.
We're just Alpharetta here, in between Athens and Atlanta. Nice little spot for a comedy club, We'll split it with Athens over there, but good thing about this comedy club is it's real close to the airport, which I appreciate. It was, I took a $65 United flight and a $72 Uber, so it's not a big deal, man. One of those transportation left the ground, the other one didn't. Did you know that? It cost me more to get here from Atlanta than it did from New York City to Atlanta. Insane. I mean, when Uber drivers pick people up headed to Alpharetta at the Atlanta airport, you cannot wipe the grin off of their face. No, it's the last ride of their day. Alpharetta, I'm gonna drop you off and I'm going home, man. The price of your ride is my target for the day. I was trying to do $92, and that's what we've got you pegged for, brother. So anyways, I fly out on Sunday, but I'm going to leave Saturday morning just so in case we hit traffic. I don't know how they built an airport that's an hour from everything. It's an hour. No, y'all do the math on it. It's an hour. All my friends that live in, I said, well, if you live an hour away and he lives an hour away and they live in it, it's an hour from everything. How'd they do that, man? That's unbelievable. The closest thing to the Atlanta airport might be Noonan. That doesn't make any sense.
Mr. Derek Stroop right there.
He's a very funny guy.
The strange thing is we have one of the closer airports to the city.
Yeah, of course, depending on
traffic. We used to make it from Manuel's to the airport in 15 minutes. It was like a race.
Boy, those were the days. Anyway, Kimber P5, boys, have a great weekend. Hi to Nola Bell and Mrs. Flounder Veronica. You guys have a great weekend, maybe some great weather, and God bless America. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out.